The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports.
We welcome each of you tonight. You can tell that I'm dealing with some things that are under the weather, a couple of sores inside the mouth from having some virus that's infecting my body. And of course, my voice sounds like a lot of gravel right now. But you know what? The show must go on. So we welcome all of you tonight to the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center and live coverage of Minnesota high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Sports. Ryan Cunningham with you here this evening. Should be a fun weekend to chase East Grand Forks and the Greenway as to what we have going on for high school hockey. 2 matches against ranked teams that we'll have for you coming up this weekend. A real test of the early going, and tonight will be an absolute dandy. The defending state champion, Mahtomedi Zephyrs, will be on the ice tonight to take on East Grand Forks and the Greenway. With some preseason ratings now coming out into regular season ratings. We saw those first ratings of the year from MN Hockey Hub come out, and East Grand Forks got a tremendous amount of respect in that poll, coming in at number 2 behind a mighty Hermantown. But this team from Mahtomedi comes in at number 4 in that particular poll. There's Warroad at number 3. There's St. Cloud Cathedral at number 5. This is going to be a great weekend of high school hockey, and we began to see just how good this East Grand Forks Green Wave team could be back in the back end of last weekend. Over the Thanksgiving holiday on Friday, East Grand Forks picked up a win over Gentry Academy. And getting a win over Gentry, a team that was in a section final at the 2A level a year ago, is certainly no small task. But the next night, Delano came to town, and that was a bit of a measuring stick game after Delano played at Warroad and was beaten by the Warriors 6-3 up in the Garden the night before. They came to East Grand Forks. The Green Wave outshoot Delano 39-6 and win the game by a score of 9-0. And that is an eye-popping score for East Grand Forks early. On Tuesday, they went to Detroit Lakes. They fell behind to start the game and then came back and won the game by a final score of 4-1 to pick up a game that was in the section and also in the class. And so now they go on the road, and each and every year we see this kind of rotating where East Grand Forks will either be at home or on the road for the Thanksgiving holiday, and then at home or on the road for the next one as well. And they've picked 2 very good opponents. The Zephyrs graduated 290 points from last year's team. Their top 7 scorers all graduated. They were all seniors a year ago, so they were front-loaded, went out and got a big state championship. But as they came back, they knew they had a lot of holes to fill, and they've opened up with a 1-1 record after being beaten by Centennial to start the season. They got a 5-0 win over the Blaine Bengals in their last matchup, and so now they come in against the first team that they will play in the single A class, and of course a team that's ranked in the top 5 right along with the Zephyrs. So this one promises to be a very entertaining matchup tonight, and certainly promises to be a high-octane matchup between a couple of very good hockey teams. And we're glad you joined us for it this evening. And thank you for joining us all around the region tonight on KNOX Live Sports and on News Radio 1310 KNOX. For those of you that are finding us on the radio side tonight, if you'd like to add video to the coverage, you can do that. Go to KNOX Live Sports at knoxradio.com. All of our live streamed events are in the same place. Go to knoxradio.com, hover over the sports tab, and click the live sports link. And from there, take you right to this location. And if you have a smart device at home with a YouTube app on it, just take a look for KNOX TV. Find our YouTube channel. And again, all of our matchups are streamed for free, and they're all streamed to the same location. And you'll be able to find us for that coming up throughout the course of the night. This should be a really, really good matchup tonight. For those of you joining us, no matter how you're joining us, and we're looking forward to a very, very good weekend of hockey for East Grand Forks this weekend. And we bring it to you courtesy of our premier sports partners. They include Grand Trailer Sales, a proud business in East Grand Forks, Minnesota. They're on Highway 2, east side of town. Whether you're hauling for fun or you're hauling for your business, if you depend on your trailers, you need to depend on Grand Trailer Sales. They have the service department and all the parts and accessories that you need to take that trailer to the next level and make sure that it does for you what it needs to do. And if it's time for a new trailer, they have any make and model that you're looking for at Grand Trailer Sales. So start off next year or what you have going on right now with the latest that you need from Grand Trailer Sales. And Rivards Turf and Forage, they're a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks, and they also have a product that's a granule ice melter that just works fantastic when it comes down to the snow and cold season. Now, we haven't had a lot of that at that point, but at some point it's going to hit us. And when it's time to clear that ice from your steps, or clear that ice from your sidewalks, you're going to want that granular ice melter that they have at Rivard's Turf and Forage. You can find them online at rivards.com. Make sure you get ready for another growing season with Rivard's. And remember, when you're looking for the business that has the reputation, you're looking for Rivard's Turf and Forage. Coming up on our pregame report, we'll break down that top 10 rating that we have to start the season. This one's a good one. After a week of high school hockey, a couple of teams have sorted themselves out. And after a small sample size, we still get a look at what is out there for the top 10 ratings. So we'll take a look at that along with how the teams that are active this weekend that we'll be watching have started the year, including Mahtomedi and tomorrow's opponent, St. Cloud Cathedral. Take a look at the tools for the game. So who's left for Mahtomedi after they graduated those 290 points? And how have things started for East Grand Forks in their first 3 games? We have that coming up for you as well. Starting lineups in hockey and our keys for the game all scheduled for a face-off that will likely go right around or just after 7 o'clock tonight from the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center here in Stillwater, Minnesota. Stay with us for the fun tonight. The Green Wave and Mahtomedi Zephyrs. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivard's Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Did you know there's another way to manage your farm's risk and protect your equity with margin protection? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with IRE Insurance. Margin protection provides coverage against an unexpected decrease in operating margin. In other words, we can put a policy in place to protect your farm from changing input costs and crop prices. Join us at IRE Insurance for our upcoming margin protection meetings, August 29th at 8:30 a.m. in Devil's Lake and 4 p.m. in Hope, and August 30th at 8 a.m. in Hillsborough. For more information, visit our website at ireins.com. IRE Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
What do you need or want right now? Area Community Credit Union can help you get whatever it is you want. Vehicle, furniture, a home loan, or maybe you need help with a wedding. Contact the professionals at Area Community Credit for solutions. Federally insured by NCUA.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
S&T Quick Stop in Thompson is the stop you need at the end of your day. From the groceries you may have left behind to the products you need to keep running, S&T Quick Stop is your best stop. Find us on the west edge of Thompson.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Made of steel.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports tonight from the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center in Stillwater, Minnesota. It's a ranked matchup tonight between East Grand Forks and Mahtomedi, two of the top teams in Class A Minnesota hockey set to have at it in the young part of the season. And again, we bring it to you tonight courtesy of our premier sports partners, Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks and Rivard's Turf and Forage at rivards.com. It's time for our pregame report. Tonight's pregame report is brought to you by Irie Insurance and by Area Community Credit Union. At Irie Insurance, you're protected and appreciated. Irie Insurance started in Hope, North Dakota, serving our agricultural producers, and now they serve the entire eastern half of North Dakota, and they do it with all the consumer insurance products that you're looking for. So no matter what it is that needs protecting, your home, your farm, your auto, your business, you need Irie Insurance. Find them online at IrieInsurance.com and Area Community Credit Union, where there are benefits to membership. If you're looking to finance some of those new things to make 2024 a really, really fun year, like a new boat, a new RV, if you're looking for a new ATV or a UTV, or it's time for one of those forever purchases, like a home or other property, they can help you with that at Area Community Credit Union. Stop and see them at 2800 South Washington in Grand Forks and find out the benefits of being a member at Area Community Credit Union. They bring you our coverage tonight and our pregame report as well. Let's take a look at Drive for the Title. Drive for the Title tonight is brought to you by Toys for Trucks. Toys for Trucks is your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks. Toys for Trucks has the automatic starts that you're looking for to make those drives to work far more tolerable. It will get cold eventually, even if El Nino is keeping it nice and warm for you now. When you want an auto start that's going to work for you the first time and every time, trust Toys for Trucks. They have the top names in the business, and they can do the installation for you as well at 6205 Gateway in Grand Forks. Custom wheels and rims, performance tires. At some point, that slippery weather is going to happen. You're going to want to have Toys for Trucks on your side. So let's take a look at those ratings. For those of you watching on KNOX Live Sports tonight, you see it in front of your screen right now, and you can see why this weekend is absolutely huge for East Grand Forks. War Road, the number 3 team in the state as far as the rankings are concerned, will get plenty of opportunities to play the Green Wave throughout the course of the year. Their Section 8 opponents. Hermantown, the always perennial favorite, is on the top of the list again. But East Grand Forks, after their strong start with 3 wins, they come in at the number 2 spot in Minnesota Class A hockey. Warwood Warriors are currently 3rd. Then Mahtomedi is number 4. The defending state champions come in ranked 4th tonight. St. Cloud Cathedral currently ranked number 5, and that's the opponent that the Green Wave go and see tomorrow up in St. Cloud. Northfield, Orono, Alexandria, Cloquet, Hibbing round out the top 10. Delano was a preseason top 10. They were not in this particular poll. A tough start for Delano after that 0-2 start up in northwest Minnesota. Now, as far as the teams that are active this weekend and what they've done thus far, East Grand Forks is 3-0, a 5-1 win over Gentry Academy to get things started. Correction on that, that's 5-2 over Gentry Academy to get things started. They then got a 9-0 win over Delano, and that was the real eye popper for East Grand Forks after they outshot Delano 39-6 and won that game 9-0. And then a Detroit Lakes win on the road. First time for the East Grand Forks Green Wave to go on the road back this earlier part of the week on Tuesday. They got a 4-1 win on the road at Detroit Lakes. Mahtomedi is currently 1-1. They lost their opener at Centennial 5-2, but I wouldn't look into that. That was their first game after graduating their top 7 scorers in 290 points from a year ago, so it was probably going to take some time to figure out what they were going to look like. They bounced back with a 5-0 win over Blaine. And so they're 1-1 coming into the night. And then St. Cloud Cathedral, they drew with Thief River Falls to start the season 2 apiece and then picked up a couple of 1-goal wins against good opponents. They defeated War Road by a score of 3-2, and they defeated Providence by a score of 4-3. So Cathedral's battle-tested early, a tie, a pair of wins, and everything decided by a goal or not decided at all. And that's the kind of season that St. Cloud Cathedral has had. So there'll be a gritty test coming up for East Grand Forks coming up tomorrow. But again, the Green Wave ranks 2nd, Mahtomedi is 4th, St. Cloud Cathedral is 5th, and this is going to be a big weekend. And that's Drive for the Title tonight, brought to you by Toys for Trucks. More on the way. We'll take a look at our tools for the game coming up next and introduce you to some of the players that are going to make impacts in this one coming up tonight. So do stay with us as we continue our pregame report from St. Croix Valley Recreation Center here in Stillwater. It's brought to you tonight by Area Community Credit Union and by Irie Insurance. East Grand Forks, Mahtomedi, next on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sport.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
See the full line of Kubota at Acme Equipment Grand Forks. tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod. Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
Hi, this is Jen from Absolute Refrigeration, your local commercial refrigeration experts. Our team provides excellent and dependable service to keep your business up and running all year long. Call us at 787-1200. Absolute Refrigeration. We're here when staying cool absolutely matters.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Blowrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports tonight. From the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center in Stillwater, Minnesota, it's a ranked matchup. The number 2 East Grand Forks Green Wave are on the road to take on number 4, the Zephyrs of Mahtomedi. And it's brought to you tonight by Rivards Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks, and Grand Trailer Sales on the east side of East Grand Forks. Grand Trailer Sales for everything you need when it comes to your trailers, both for fun and for work. Our pregame report continues tonight, brought to you by Area Community Credit Union, where your memberships matter, and by Irie Insurance. You're protected and appreciated with Irie. Let's take a look at our tools for the game this evening. Our tools for the game are brought to you tonight by Acme Equipment and Acme Tools. They're your Kubota dealers with a full line of Kubota products to help you do your very best work. You'll find their Kubota products on their lot across from Simplot on Gateway in Grand Forks. They have those personal snow removers that you're looking for, those new loaders that are small, compact, and they're easy to use on your own personal property, skid steer loaders, scissor lifts, anything you're looking for with diggers, and the type of thing that really fits your operation and, of course, your budget. And if you're a do-it-yourselfer, any power tool that you're looking for, you can find it in their main tool store, a couple of blocks south of Gateway on North Washington, and a service department to make those run again. Acme Equipment and Acme Tools, your Kubota dealers, bringing you our tools for the game. tonight. For East Grand Forks, Landon Jamison is the leading goal scorer on this team. He's jumped off to a great start on the season. 3 goals, a pair of assists. He's got 5 points to lead the way. But Grady Magner, 6 points. Brock Schultz with 6 points. Now, Grady Magner's done a very nice job from the blue line, jumping into some offensive plays and a couple of goals, 4 assists. He's co-leading the team in overall point production right now with Brock Schultz, who centers that first line for East Grand Forks. And Brock's got 1 goal. He's got 5 assists, so he's been very active in helping some teams or helping some teammates make some plays. But you're looking for Brock Schultz to do some more damage, and we'll see if he can break out and get that done coming up this weekend. He's definitely going to be a tool that the Green Wave are going to want to bring along. So for the Zephyrs, who was left after the massive graduation a year ago? Jimmy Egan has started off with 5 points this season. He comes back as the leading scorer, or I should say rather, the second leading scorer. He centers the first line, comes back with 21 points from a year ago. Gene Meglander is the leading scorer on the team right now, and he's benefited from playing with a couple of really, really good guys on that first line, and Jimmy Egan and Jake Hod-Shelbeck. And Gene Weglanger has 7 points on the season with 4 goals, so he's been a breakout player this year for the Zephyrs. And then we mentioned Jake Hod-Shelbeck, 22 points a year ago, 11 goals, 11 assists. He's got 5 so far this season. He was the leading point producer that returned for this Green Wave hockey team. And so right now, those are the 3 men, and they're all paired up together. I shouldn't say paired, rather, but they're put together on that first line tonight for Mahtomedi. So those are the men that you're looking for. Now, one thing to mention for the Zephyrs, they returned a lot of production on their blue line. Sam Harris, 20 points a year ago. Wyatt Tarnowski with 8 points a year ago. Cole Swanson with 19 points a year ago. William Brummel with 8 points a year ago. They've got a lot of production tucked back on their blue line, and that might be something that surprises some teams as the year goes on. It won't surprise them long. Once they get used to it, they'll know where it's coming from, but that's one place that the Zephyrs can look to perhaps squeeze some extra production throughout the course of the year. Those are the tools of the game, brought to you tonight by Acme Equipment and Acme Tools, your Kubota dealers in Grand Forks. A pause. We'll come back with tonight's keys for the game. We'll get ready for the starting lineups, and the puck goes down soon here at St. Croix Valley Recreation Center in Stillwater, Minnesota. The Green Wave ranks second. The Zephyrs rank 4th. They do battle tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Tufty Marine in Northwood is your Lund Boat headquarters. Looking to buy, sell, or trade? Tufty Marine will get you into the Lund boat you've always wanted. And they have the parts and accessories you need as well. To check out their inventory, go to tuftymarine.com. Tufty Marine, your Lund dealer in Northwood, always willing to make a deal.
Presenting Hugo's Theater. Do you find me appealing?
Fresh.
Only the freshest produce at Hugo's.
When you're looking for a change of pace, a change of routine, or a change of scenery, we'll help you find what's next. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Hey, this is Pastor Paul. I'd like to welcome you to Hope Church, especially if you're a person that doesn't have a place where you hang out spiritually. We would love for you to come and experience hope and find God. Hope Church, 9, 10:30, and 6 p.m. on Sundays. For more information, you can check out gfhope.org.
If you haven't had good pizza, I mean really good pizza from Pizza, you should. Pete's Menu offers personal, family, or specialty for free delivery or pickup Tuesday through Saturday, along with daily specials, all at delicious prices. If you haven't been to pizzamenu.com, you should.
For over 30 years, the Golf Center has been your club fitting leader, helping all golfers play their best. Our experienced club fitters use the latest technology, and we're proud to again be one of Golf Digest's top club fitters in America. Get fit at the Golf Center.
Have you done your maintenance? You should. Call Thermal Air and let us check your furnace or your boiler for professional evaluation of your equipment's performance without high-pressure tactics. Call Thermal Air at 701-740-8161.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Phil Thompson and Associates are on the job providing crop insurance, tax, and related service for farmers, businesses, individuals, and families since 1989. Phil Thompson and Associates, Warren and East Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. About to get this one started tonight. The Green Wave are back on the ice. The Zephyrs still waiting to come out onto the ice this evening as we continue with our pregame report. Brought to you tonight by Irie Insurance. You're protected and appreciated with Irie, and by Area Community Credit Union, where your memberships matter. At Area Community Credit Union, they're ready to help you with the financing of those items that might have been a little tough to finance in some other places and some other locations. And remember, there's benefits to financing at Area Community Credit Union. And with Irie Insurance, they do all the types of protection that you're looking for, whether it's your home, your business, your farm, or yourself. Obviously, if it needs protection, it needs Irie. You're protected and appreciated at Irie, bringing you our pregame report this evening. Let's take a look at those keys for the game this evening. And our keys tonight are brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Tonight, for East Grand Forks, one of the keys will be goaltending, and that's because one of their very dependable men, Wabra, is not here. They have a sickness that has come up in their goaltending core tonight, and so East Grand Forks is going to be without the guy that we saw doing most of the goaltending when we saw them at home last weekend, and that's going to be a bit of a problem for them tonight. So without Lucas Wabra, Thomas McMahon, and also stepping in will be Ryan Rockstead as the goaltenders for tonight, and the Green Wave might have to play some extra bodies, different bodies, or look at a different rotation there. So that'll be a big key for East Grand Forks tonight. Defending that Jimmy Egan line is going to be a big deal tonight for East Grand Forks. Obviously, they've got some great production on that first line with Jimmy Egan, Wegleinter, and Hod at Chelbeck. And so that one's going to be a big one tonight, is defending that first line for the Zephyrs. And then the Magner offensive factor, jumping into some plays and making some things happen from that blue line. That's a factor that East Grand Forks is going to really like to have. For the Zephyrs, the keys tonight, matching up as well as they can with that top line. You've got last change, and East Grand Forks maybe doesn't have the same kind of depth that Mahtomedi does. And so that's a big deal tonight for the Jimmy Egan line, finding the right matchup that's going to be there. Also some scoring from that blue line. That is huge tonight for this Zephyr team, to be able to get some scoring from back on the blue line where they've got the ability to make some things happen. They're definitely going to want to get at that coming up this evening. So that's a huge part of it tonight for the Zephyrs. And then finding some depth. Obviously, you've got a couple of good lines that are tested, but beyond that, you know, developing some of those players that are behind it, it's going to be a huge part for this Zephyrs team all the way through. And this is a good opponent to try to develop some depth against, because you'll see just how good some of those extra skaters can be against some of those teams across the state that are going to be very good. Those are the keys to the game tonight. They're brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell's. They're fully stocked and ready for hockey, and they're ready for all the other sports that are out there as well. Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season today. It's going to do it for our pregame report. We're going to take our final pause. And when we come back after our national anthem, the starting lineup, so we'll put this one down and get ready for hockey tonight here at St. Croix Valley Recreation Center. The Zephyrs of Mahtomedi rank 4th. The Green Wave of East Grand Forks ranks 2nd. We continue with our coverage of high school hockey next on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Hello?
Yeah, is your refrigerator running?
Not again.
Because it should be.
Keep your refrigerator and all your appliances running like new with the help of Bud & Ralph's Appliance Service. Bud & Ralph's has been making house calls in the greater Grand Forks area since 1986.
Hi, this is Jen from Absolute Refrigeration, your local commercial refrigeration experts. Our team provides excellent and dependable service to keep your business up and running all year long. Call us at 787-1200. Absolute Refrigeration. We're here when staying cool absolutely matters.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Blue Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
See the full line of Kubota at Acme Equipment Grand Forks.
Did you know there's another way to manage your farm's risk and protect your equity with margin protection? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. Margin protection provides coverage against an unexpected decrease in operating margin. In other words, we can put a policy in place to protect your farm from changing input costs and crop prices. Join us at Irie Insurance for our upcoming margin protection meetings, August 29th at 8:30 a.m. in Devil's Lake and 4 p.m. in Hope, and August 30th at 8 a.m. in Hillsborough. For more information, visit our website at irieins.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Our national anthem continues. National anthem finishes below, and now we're set for our coverage of high school hockey tonight. Welcome back to the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center and our coverage of Green Wave and Zephyr hockey this evening on KNOX Live Sports and on News Radio 1310 KNOX 1033 1079 FM, KNOXradio.com, and on the app. We thank RE Insurance and Area Community Credit Union for bringing us our pregame report this evening. Let's take a look at those starting lineups that we have for tonight. For Mahtomedi, we'll see who's going to be in between the pipes. It will be Charlie Brandt, who has a 1-0 shutout, or is 1-0 on the season with a shutout so far this year as he got the win over Blaine in their last matchup. The starting defensive pair, Sam Harris on the left point, Wyatt Tarnowski on the right point. They're going to move Patrick Egan up to the first line this evening. So Jimmy Egan will center the first line with Patrick Egan on his left and Jake Hodge-Shellbeck on his right. Three Grand Forks this evening. Starting first line, Brock Schultz in the middle with Landon Jameson on his left and Jace Forey on his right. Starting defensive pair will be Cole Beast left point, Grady Magner on the right point, and Thomas McMahon will get the start for the Green Wave tonight as the starting goaltender. Tyler Palmasino has his Green Wave out, the green shirts this evening. Mahtomedi will be in the yellow sweaters with the navy print on the shoulders, and we're set for the start of high school hockey tonight. Thank you for joining us for this one. We're looking forward to a great matchup. Jimmy Egan will take the drop for the Zephyrs, and we get this one underway with East Grand Forks controlling the puck. It's sent down the ice by Jace Forey on the right side and works back into the corner. This will come back out into the neutral zone. Zephyrs come up off the far side. A shot coming in from Patrick Egan on that left wing. It springs into the near side corner. Green Wave fight it loose. Landon Jameson comes away, goes rink wide looking for Forey, who will toss one down the rink. That will float back out towards the near corner. Pressure coming in from that side for the Green Wave, but it comes off on the right. This will be brought up the ice. Quick jump by Jake Hodge-Shellbeck, and he will score coming up on the right side. Very, very fast for Jake Hodge-Shellbeck, finding his way into the zone on a transition play, and Mahtomedi will take a 1-0 lead just 33 seconds into the matchup. You can see how quick this one's going to be tonight. The time of the goal will be at 33 seconds of the opening period, and we'll see the Zephyrs taking a 1-0 lead in the matchup early here tonight. Big play early for Shellbeck, and again, they didn't have to play the matchup game at all on that first line. They just simply went after it, and the Green Wave find themselves down early as we get the official scoring on the goal. They will give the goal on that to Pat Egan. He's actually going to get the goal. It was brought up by Hodge Shellbeck on the near side. Hodge Shellbeck is going to get an assist on it. So it'll be Patrick Egan that comes up with a goal. So Egan at 33 seconds of the opening period. It'll be assisted by Hodge Shellbeck, and that'll make it 1-0 in favor of the Zephyrs. Puck on the right side, tossed in by the Green Wave and floats its way down into the far corner. The Green Wave trying to respond with some pressure. This is taken by Egan back behind the net. Correction, that was taken on the far side by William Brummel back behind the net. And Brummel will send this back into the Green Wave zone. This will ring off to the near side. Picked up on the near wing by Cole Beast. He tries to feather a pass up into the neutral zone. Springs back behind him, goes back, and Beast Grand Forks in. Over to pick that up for the Green Wave is Judd Pesh, and Pesh comes back out to the near side for Beast. Beast looking left edge, finding Braden Overgaard. Overgaard got it back as far as the line, but the Zephyrs continue to put some pressure on here in the early going. Beast off to the right side. Picked up there by Nolan Gilbert, third line, springs out on the ice for the Green Wave. A turnover is picked up on the right side by Winston Wright, top of the slot. Winston Wright, a third liner as well for the Zephyrs. 1-0 in favor of Mahtomedi on the Ultra scoreboard here early in the opening period. Mahtomedi gets a goal early coming in from Egan on the near side to get things moving in their direction tonight. Braden Overgaard breaks out for East Grand Forks, funnels up on the right side boards, tries to pull around a defender, crashes in through the circle and got back behind the net. He'll chase the puck back out towards the near side corner. This will spring back towards the neutral zone, and the Zephyrs are able to clear, and this will work its way back up into the Green Wave in for an icing call. Icing will be the call against the Zephyrs with 14:37 to go. Draws tonight are brought to you by S&T Quick Stop in Thompson and by Apex Apparel in Grand Forks. And a draw in the Zephyr zone, and they'll put their first line down on the ice with Jimmy Egan taking a draw. The Green Wave will do the same. Brock Schultz trying to chase down the loose puck. Schultz coming back out, sending it back towards the point. This pops up and over the head of the Green Wave. Cullen Schmaltz trying to hold the zone. Schmaltz back in his own end, found Grady Magner. Back to Schmaltz, who will play it back out to center. A poke of the puck by Landon Jameson sends it back into the corner. This will be picked up there by Wyatt Tarnowski for Mahtomedi. Tarnowski sends it back into the neutral zone loose. This will be picked up by Grady Magner for the Green Wave. Back off to the neutral zone. Jimmy Egan able to take care of it. Then lost the puck to Tarnowski, and we'll see a whistle. We're going to see an offside call coming up against Mahtomedi. That'll bring us back out on the Green Wave line for a draw. So another draw coming up, this time on the East Grand Forks line, with a clock down to 14 minutes to play here in the opening period. And we get restarted. The Green Wave putting out their second line to get this one going for the draw in the neutral zone. It is picked up by Hunter Barnson along the far side wall, cleared past him, and the Zephyrs try to chase him with Max Egan coming into the right corner. He's sent back to Grant Berger on the right side for the Green Wave. Breakout pass to center for East Grand Forks. Barnson charging up into the offensive end, got as far as the middle line, and then lost the puck behind him. Jace Van Epps was able to chase it back down and sent it back into the Zephyr zone. Cole Swanson comes up with the first touch for Mahtomedi on that puck and rotated the puck back out into the neutral zone. Green Wave back to get to it on their own end. Cooper Hills trying to force it back towards the far wall. Clanks off the boards, and Max Egan with another pickup for Mahtomedi before losing it up in the East Grand Forks end, and Jace Van Epps clears it, sends it down to the far corner. Green Wave will use this to change it up, and William Brummel comes away with the puck for Mahtomedi, sends one hard off the end wall. Thomas McMahon will reach back and force this one into a stoppage. So McMahon will cover. Now we'll see a draw coming in with the Green Wave end. Shots on goal are just 1-0. The only shot has been a goal so far tonight, as the Zephyrs get a goal early from Patrick Egan to take a 1-0 lead in the matchup over East Grand Forks on the Ultra scoreboard. Draw loose in the East Grand Forks zone. Here's a 3-on-3 break, get away, clean shot. Back in a cross pass up in the slot. This will be squeaked through. We're going to see a goal waved off for the Zephyrs. Boy, it looked like we'd see an open shot for Winston Wright on the right side. He had all day to go with it, and he made an extra pass going to his left, and that might have cost him the opportunity to score. Winston Wright was coming in short-sided and had all day to work with it. He tried to make a pass back to his left. Didn't expect that. The puck ends up underneath McMahon. So pushing and shoving for the puck, and a poke looked like it forced it through, but the net coming loose before the puck got in, and the Zephyrs are denied their second goal of the night. We'll see a draw coming up in the East Grand Forks end as the net is replaced. This will float back behind the East Grand Forks net out right side. Picked up there by Nolan Mulebrook for the Green Wave. He'll force it back into the neutral zone. Physical play for control along the near side wall. Green Wave forced it up into the Zephyr end. This being chased down by Tucker Lovejoy in the third line for East Grand Forks. Another whistle coming up in the Zephyr zone. That'll bring us to a draw coming up in the Mahtomedi end. Green Wave will change up. 1-0 in favor of the Zephyrs on the Ultra scoreboard. Clock with 12 minutes, 34 seconds left to go here in the opening period. And the Jimmy Egan line will come back onto the ice, as will the Brock Schultz line for East Grand Forks. Landon Jamison winning the draw for the Green Wave and pushing the puck down towards the right corner. Green Wave tried to break it back out. It came out into the neutral zone, however, was picked up there. And here comes a rush up ice for Hallbeck, who got loose and ends up waving on a wrist pass, or actually he's got a wrist shot. He ends up waving on it, trying to get that loose. Puck will come back into the near corner, played out of there, back towards the slot. It'll bang off the far side wall. Jace Forey tries to send it back out into the neutral zone. It'll be pinned up on the far boards by Sam Harris for the Zephyrs. This will be sent back behind the East Grand Forks net. Green Wave trying to get it back out. Jace Forey right side again picked off. Sam Harris taking a look. Shot comes in from distance, ends up going up and over the crossbar. Will float back behind the net. Green Wave back to Cullen Schmaltz on the back check. And he'll push it back up into the neutral zone. Forey off the glass. Chip pass Landon Jamison. 2-on-1. Jamison takes a shot, and it stopped on a quick shot to Charlie Brandt. Brandt came out and battled with Jamison, who was getting some range on the right side, and Jamison put it right into the blockers. Man run down in the corner. We're going to see a penalty coming up. Looks like the Zephyrs are going in the box. Penalty going to be called here against, I believe, Gene Wengleiter. He's going into the box, and we'll see what this one's going to be. It'll be a roughing call coming up against Weglanger. So he ended up running Cole Beast down in the box, and East Grand Forks will go on the power play for the first time tonight. And it's sorry if it sounds like we're a little off put here tonight. We are, for the certain extent that a couple of folks decided to creep in and get into our vantage point after we got set up tonight. And so we ended up having to make some different accommodations on the fly here. And there's some parts of the ice that we just can't see at this point. So we're kind of making some guesses as to where things are. But they've got Gene Wengleiter for roughing. Time of the penalty was at 5 minutes, 29 seconds of the opening period. The power play is on for East Grand Forks. Power play brought to you by RBB Electric, on call, on time, and online at rbbelectric.com. Green Wave trying to win the draw. They do. They're up in the offensive end of the power play. Brock Schultz on the right side, slicing through. He hit a pipe coming in from the right circle. Got a great shot away, but hit a pipe. The Green Wave come back with control of the puck. It comes out to center for Grady Magner. He'll turn it back off towards the right. Picked up there for the Green Wave by Van Epson. Back to Magner, looking to make a deep creep in on the top of the left circle. Played it back out to center. Hunter Barnson. Barnson kicks it with a skate to regain some composure on it. Moves off towards the right point and backhands it off to a circling Brock Schultz. Back out to Magner. Wrist shot from distance. That one kicked aside and out of play against Charlie Brandt, who's come up with a couple of big saves in short order against the Green Wave offense. Draw coming up in the Zephyr zone with 1:15 left of the power play and 10:43 remaining here in the opening period of play. Green Wave down 1-0, but on the first man advantage of the night. Green Wave come up with control of the puck off the draw. It's taken off the right side for East Grand Forks by Grady Magner. Magner brings it out high to quarterback the power play unit. Magner back to the near side. Barnson back to Magner again. Off to the right, Brock Schultz. Another wrist shot. This will be gloved up nicely by Brandt, who holds on for the whistle. A couple of big plays in there for Charlie Brandt. Landon Jamison coming on the right side. Got a clean shot away from the right circle. Brandt knocked that down. And a couple of stops on this power play, and the Green Wave hit a pipe in there as well. So East Grand Forks has found a way to generate some offense on the power play. We'll see a whistle as this one's frozen up right off the draw. Clock down to 55 seconds left of the power play for the Green Wave. They'll draw to the left of Charlie Brandt. This comes back out to the point. Brock Schultz with it for the Green Wave. Schultz trying to get a wrister through. It's kicked aside. Loose puck back towards the right. Cole Swanson picks it up for Mahtomedi. Circles it back towards the near side wall. This will float through the neutral zone. Out to pick this up is McMahon. He'll leave it for Nick Corbett to start the transition. The Green Wave with 35 seconds left of power play time. Long stretch pass into the neutral zone. It was picked up by Forey. Works back to Hills back in his own end. The Green Wave looking for an opportunity to get up ice. Forey being chased. Took a big hit from Swanson from behind. Puck loose to Corbett back on his own line for East Grand Forks. Corbett stepping away, circling back near side, tried to make a backhand pass. Again, more pressure from Swanson. Now Swanson comes up with a takeaway, comes looking towards the right side of the ice. Tried to find a man streaking down. That was Mac Apert, who's out on the penalty kill for the Zephyrs, and he got loose but couldn't get away with a puck and a shot opportunity. Forey will come up for the Green Wave power play as it runs out. That'll be the end of the power play for East Grand Forks. They're still in the offensive end. They survive the penalty due to the Zephyrs as Greg Winglander jumps back out on the ice now for Mahtomedi and immediately starts harassing the puck. Out to the point, quick shot that goes wide for the Green Wave. It came from Cole Beese. That'll flow back into the corner, and the Zephyrs look to break out with it. Winglander on the far side ends up into the neutral zone. Took a big hit from Beese as he got right to the center line and drove it back down towards McMahon, back behind the Green Wave net. This will float back out to Brock Schultz, who goes looking for an opportunity to get through the neutral zone. Schultz driving up. Green Wave stay onside. Schultz got ahead of steam, drives in, tries to make a little pass. It's caught on the way through by Brandt, and he'll hold on to it for the whistle. Jamison was trying to set up a play on his left side, and the pass was actually disrupted by Brandt, and Brandt didn't know that he had disrupted that pass. Brandt ends up stopping it, and we'll see a draw in the Zephyr zone with 8:46 to play in the opening period. East Grand Forks still trailing by a score of 1-0. Off the draw, shot gets loose from the top of the circle by Jamison. He rushes towards the corner, looking for his own rebounded puck, and we'll see another play on the far edge. And so we'll bring this back into the Zephyr zone to draw yet again. They'll draw to the right of Brandt in the Zephyr end. Landon Jamison steps in to take the draw against Jimmy Egan. It comes back out to the point. Magner got another shot away, and again, Brandt on the back end of that, able to keep that away. Brandt's had to make some big stops as of late. Green Wave trying to stay onside. They did. Brock Schultz fights off contact on the right side wall, drags the puck in, and we're going to see another penalty coming up. It would appear against the Zephyrs. Either a hold or an interference coming up against Mahtomedi. It looked like the initial call was a hold, and Mahtomedi will lose the services of Sam Harris, one of their defenders, who was a big part of their penalty kill a couple of moments ago. Time of the penalty will be at 8 minutes and 38 seconds of the second period. And the Green Wave will go back on the RBV Electric power play. Sam Harris gets the penalty. That'll be a holding call against Harris. And now a deflected puck comes out from Cole Swanson as the Green Wave trying to set up their power play rush. Hunter Barneson comes back into the neutral zone. So the Green Wave back on the RBV Electric power play, brought to you by RBV Electric, on call, on time, and online, rbvelectric.com. Magner finding his way to the near circle with Jamison following the puck. This will come back to the point for Barneson. Barneson stepping through some contact from Mahtomedi along the wall. Sent it back towards the point. It stayed onside momentarily. Now lost. Here's a takeaway. Cole Swanson coming in, tried to make a toe drag, and ended up losing the puck as Magner got back defensively. A pretty good shorthanded opportunity was just a couple of moments away for Mahtomedi. Instead, the Green Wave get back to the puck and reform up their power play rush with 1:10 left to go of the power play. Barneson, a backhander to Jamison, back to Magner on top. Magner lost the puck, but spun it around to Zephyr and backhands it towards the near side wall. Jamison from the left circle drives one through traffic, ends up on the far boards and is deflected back out of the neutral zone by Winston Wright for the Zephyrs. Foot race on that far edge as well. The Zephyrs giving chase on that puck. They're unable to catch up to it. Evan Johnson followed that way up into the Green Wave end on the penalty kill. The Green Wave lose the edge of the offensive zone, however, trying to make a pass back to try to set up their power play rush. It floats back into the neutral zone with 35 seconds left in the power play. East Grand Forks finally gets up into the offensive end. Corbett taking control of the puck out high, looking at Schultz on the right side. He's harassed on that far edge by Austin Felling. Back out to the point. Corbett, little chip shot, but Brock Schultz ends up missing by just a hair on the back end of that shot. Corbett, near side, taking a look, circling back into the left circle. Went high, and a quick shot ends up and out of play. Boy, the Green Wave got a couple of great opportunities there. The last was by Tucker Lovejoy, but Brock Schultz on the back end of that play a moment ago, and his chip shot was just wide. And right now, the head way up for Charlie Brandt, looking over the scoreboard, knowing that the Green Wave just missed. Clock will stop with 6:36 to play, opening period. 14 seconds left on the Green Wave power play. Green Wave down by a score of 1-0 on our All True scoreboard, and we get restarted. The Zephyrs take control of the draw, but then run into an official. East Grand Forks comes up with control. Mulebrook looking right side, and a chip shot from Barneson that goes wide of the net. And here comes another penalty. This may go against East Grand Forks. We'll see. There was some contact on the left side wall, and they're talking with East Grand Forks, and Braden Overgaard is going to go into the box for interference. So Braden Overgaard will go in for interference for East Grand Forks. Time of the penalty against Overgaard will be at 10 minutes and 37 seconds of the opening period. 1 second, the draw will basically happen at 4-on-4. And the Zephyrs will have all but maybe a second or two of power play time. And the draw in the Green Wave zone, so call it a full power play. So this McMahon makes a stop on a wrist drop, the draw from Jake Hodge Shellback. And we'll draw again coming up at the Green Wave end. Our draws are brought to you tonight by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in East Grand Forks. Find them near the overpass onto Demers, or actually onto Columbia rather. On Demers in Grand Forks, promotional items including apparel and other items as well. Apex Apparel bringing you our draws tonight. And we have one of the Zephyrs that's broken a skate blade trying to get off the ice is Max Egan. The blade came off of his skate, so the power play's been hampered while Egan tries to get off the ice. It's 4-on-4 skating as his skate basically broke. On the right side, Wegleitner coming in back behind the net for the Zephyrs, and they try now to get back into the power play unit with 1:20 of the power play left to go. Egan on top, wrister into traffic, deflected wide, goes loose into the corner. Patrick Egan picks it up for the Zephyr. Pass off to the near side, Wegleitner taking a look. Back on top, Jimmy Egan feathers another one through the slot, and Thomas McMahon is able to make the stop with the glove hand. Clock will hold with 5:29 left to go in the first period. 1:07 left on the power play. Brought to you by RBB Electric. Our draw is also brought to you tonight by S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. They are your final stop on the way out of town in Thompson. If you're coming back to Grand Forks, don't fight your way down to those grocery stores or to those restaurants. Why don't you make a quick stop at S&T Quick Stop? Wingman Pizzas, Meal ID, is a full line of grocery items as well at S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Awaiting you. Puck goes into the corner, loose off the draw on the Green Wave end. Power play for another minute for the Zephyrs. They lead it 1-0. Puck off to the right side for Winston Wright for Mahtomedi. Comes back to the right circle. Mats Strecker coming back out high, looking for Cole Swanson, quarterbacking the power play. Back to Stretcher again. His shot gets blocked out high. It'll go loose left side to Sam Harris for the Zephyrs, who maintains his position on the left point. Harris turning it back down to the far corner. Winston Wright back off to Harris. Harris looking into traffic. Puck deflected. That'll go out of play. Down to 4:56 left to go in the opening period. And 34 seconds left of the power play. And the Zephyrs will change up their power play unit. We'll have to wait and see when Max Egan, who's a second-line winger, can come on the ice. It's one thing to go get a new stick, but when you break a skate blade, that's a whole different set of variables that come into play. Wegleitner with a shot that's deflected into the corner. The rebound is picked up out of the corner by Lakin Decker. He put it back behind the net. This will float back to Decker in the right circle, who's confronted on the side by Nick Corbett for the Green Wave. Corbett tries to pin it up against the wall. 2-on-2 pushing and shoving match in the corner, looking for control with the clock down to 10 seconds left of power play time. Jimmy Egan for the Zephyrs into traffic. Rebounded puck stopped by McMahon. It goes loose behind the net and cleared from back behind the goal line for the Green Wave. And we'll see a whistle coming up here as well. A good fight to get it out of the Green Wave end for Grady Magner. Solid defensive play. We're going to see a whistle. That's going to bring us back to a draw in the East Grand Forks zone. And so we'll draw to the left of Thomas McMahon. With 4 seconds left of power play time for the Zephyrs, the Green Wave were able to clear off the draw, and now East Grand Forks is back to full strength. So the Green Wave penalty kill converts, and the Zephyrs come out now an even strength with the Green Wave. Mahtomedi still leading by a score of 1-0. A goal early for Patrick Egan, jumping up the first line and scoring tonight just 33 seconds into the game. And that's all the scoring that we have in this one thus far. Puck loose out in the neutral zone, kicked free by Sam Harris for the Zephyrs. It'll come back to Jake Hodge-Shellbeck. He'll turn it back off the wall. Harris looking up the ice for Patrick Egan. He dumps it back into the Green Wave zone. Let's go loose left corner. Cole Beast trying to make a backhanded play. Got turned around by Hodge-Shellbeck in the corner. And now another 2-on-2 matchup for control of a loose puck. Pops right out to the high slot for Egan. His wrister gets blocked. A turnover by East Grand Forks, and Egan was rating right there at the high slot with an open opportunity. Did not convert. Jamison pokes a loose puck into the neutral zone, and Forey will turn it down for East Grand Forks to facilitate a change for the Green Wave. East Grand Forks trying to get back up the ice as the Zephyrs take control of the puck. This will be chipped up into the offensive end by Winston Wright, but he was just behind the half line. Icing against the Zephyrs. We're going to come back into the Mahtomedi zone for a draw. Clock down to 3:16 left to go, opening period. And we'll draw in the Zephyrs zone with the Green Wave leading by a score, or I'm sorry, the Zephyrs leading by a score of 1-0. This time we'll draw to the right of goaltender Wright. Out on top, Grady Magner with a hard wrist shot right off the draw, just offline in the back behind the Zephyr net. It's controlled up against the boards by Ryan Lipperitz, who will turn it back out towards the point. Another shot from traffic for the Green Wave. That one coming from the point from Grant Berger. And another whistle coming up as the puck is stopped and out of play on the near side. Puck will be stopped by Charlie Brantz, who's had to make some big stop here, particularly as of late. The power play got the Zephyrs back even with the offense. After the first shot went through for the Zephyrs, the Green Wave had the latest shooting advantage. Now it's even at 6 apiece shots on goal, and the Zephyrs used the power play to put that back together and get back to even in that category. Wright trying to chip up into the offensive end for the Zephyrs. This is thrown back to the neutral zone, picked off on the backside by Cole Swanson from Mahtomedi. Back up neutral zone for Winston Wright. He had it poked loose. Chasing the play for the Zephyrs was Max Strecker. This will work back to the neutral zone for the Green Wave. Braden Overgaard off that third line, driving it up into the offensive end. And the Green Wave will change up with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here in the opening frame. Green Wave down 1-0 on the all-true scoreboard, and we'll see another whistle coming up. Offside may have been the call against East Grand Forks. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by Ultru. Regular screenings with Ultru's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit ultru.org or call 780-5000. Puck on the right side. Gene Wegleitner trying to knock it through the neutral zone. It's picked off backside by Judd Pesch for the Green Wave. This will be brought up on the right side by Hills. Hills taking a look out of the bottom of the circle. Quick toss out in front of a great one-timer for Jace Van Epps. Right into the chest of Charlie Brandt, who makes another stop. But the Green Wave produce again and a great opportunity. Van Epps was waiting for that right around the right hash marks. After that was produced by Cooper Hills getting up into the corner offensively for East Grand Forks. 7th shot of the game for the Green Wave. This will flow back into the East Grand Forks zone off a draw. They wave off icing. The puck loose far corner. Austin Felling picking it up for the Zephyrs, a third line, or actually a fourth line winger. Hills turns it out. Van Epps at center trying to drop it off. Nice play away from Wegleitner. That opens up on the near side for Hunter Barnson. Barnson charging in. Steep angled shot. Put it out in front against Brandt. And the puck was missed on a chip shot by Cooper Hills. He went looking for it, couldn't find it. The Green Wave come up with a hit, turn the puck over. Hills steps back up into the offensive end. It'll go loose to the back wall. Back to get it, Evan Johnson for Mahtomedi. He turns it off towards the left side, and a quick backhanded play to send it up for Joey Pipes for Mahtomedi. We'll send it back into the Green Wave end with 1:15 left in the opening period. Puck loose on that far side. Comes back to the high slot. Quick shot by Patrick Egan that whistles wide. Egan, of course, had the opening goal tonight for Mahtomedi just 33 seconds into the game. Since then, this has been physical. Couple of power plays for the Green Wave, one for Mahtomedi, and no additional scoring since the first half minutes of the contest tonight. Sam Harris trying to get back behind the net. Chased down right there by Brock Schultz. This will float back out towards the point. Picked up loose on the right side by Cullen Schmaltz for East Grand Forks. He got turned around driving back out into the offense, or actually into the neutral zone, and East Grand Forks touched it up just as they were trying to get back on side. Offside will be the official call against East Grand Forks, and will draw on the Mahtomedi line. Officially 43.5 seconds left to go here in the opening period. Zephyrs win the draw, and it's taken by Wyatt Tarnowski. Tarnowski turned it over. Here comes Brock Schultz by himself. He drives one in, and it's stopped by Charlie Brandt. Brandt with a big play against Brock Schultz there all by himself. Brandt makes another huge stop in the period for Mahtomedi, and the Zephyr goaltender keeping them in it. Now a drive the other way and a pickoff, and Sam Harris has his shot blocked as the Green Wave got back defensively after Mahtomedi got a change in transition. Down to about 10 seconds left to go in the opening period. Puck comes out high for the Zephyrs. This will be picked up for Mahtomedi, driven up by Jake Hodge-Shell back into the far corner. Collision there with Jimmy Egan holding his position in that corner. Green Wave tripped up right at the end of the period. They want a penalty. They won't get it, and that's the end of the first frame tonight here at St. Croix Valley Recreation Center. An active first period. Shots on goal are 8-6 in favor of the Green Wave, but Mahtomedi with a goal just 33 seconds into the game. And they will take a 1-0 lead into our locker room tonight. As we go to our intermission report this evening, brought to you by High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine. So stay with us. Our intermission report is coming up next. After a period of play on our Ultra Scoreboard, it's Mahtomedi 1 and East Grand Forks 0. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
What do you need or want right now? Area Community Credit Union can help you get whatever it is you want. Vehicle, furniture, a home loan, or maybe you need help with a wedding. Contact the professionals at Area Community Credit for solutions. Federally insured by NCUA.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
S&T Quick Stop in Thompson is the stop you need at the end of your day. From the groceries you may have left behind to the products you need to keep running, S&T Quick Stop is your best stop. Find us on the west edge of Thompson.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Man of Steel.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
We welcome you back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. At the end of our opening period tonight, East Grand Forks is trailing Mahtomedi by a score of 1-0 on a goal 33 seconds into the matchup. And since then, a couple of power plays for East Grand Forks, one for the Zephyrs, and no one has found the net since, even though each team has had a couple of big opportunities. East Grand Forks with an 8-6 shots on goal advantage. Our intermission report tonight is brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They are the men of steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. With High Plains Water, if you're building a new home, don't make the plans final until you include a system from High Plains Water. Your quality of living goes up in your new home in places that you wouldn't really think of. Your appliances last longer, no scaly buildup around your fixtures. Better water going through those makes the difference. Better tasting water right out of the tap. You're going to drink more water in your home when you have a system from High Plains Water. Cleaner laundry, softer skin, highplainswater.com. To find out more. At Grand Forks Welding and Machine, they are the men of steel. Get those discs reconditioned, and now, when it's time to get ready for snow, whether you're moving it, you're hauling it, you're digging it, or you're simply blowing it, if it's time to get blades resharpened, buckets welded, Grand Forks Welding and Machine has you covered. Grand Forks Welding and Machine, they are the men of steel, bringing you our intermission report tonight. It starts early. It was very, very fast. Jake Hod Shellbeck getting a hold of a loose puck in the neutral zone and driving his way up the right circle. He took a shot, looked like it got in. It was assisted by Patrick Egan, and Egan gets credit for the first goal tonight, and it came just 33 seconds into the opening period. The Green Wave hadn't really settled in as of yet, and the same kind of slow start happened to them when they were at Detroit Lakes earlier this week when they fell down 1-0 in that matchup as well. Patrick Egan scores his second goal of the year to make it a 1-0 lead for the Zephyrs at 33 seconds into the frame. The Green Wave had two opportunities on the power play after Gene Wegleitner was called for roughing at 5:29 and Sam Harris was called for holding at 8:38. The power play produced some opportunities, but the Green Wave could not beat Charlie Brandt, who was very good in a couple of tough situations for Mahtomedi in that first period. Then Mahtomedi takes advantage of a power play as Braden Overgaard is called for interference. Just as the power play for the Green Wave was coming to an end, Mahtomedi goes on a power play. It started 4-on-4, but the draw came up in the offensive zone right as the penalty against Harris was coming to an end. So really turned into a full-fledged look at the power play. Maybe one good opportunity there. The penalty kill for East Grand Forks was pretty good. A couple of times where the Green Wave turned it over in their own slot high, and there were a couple of chances where Mahtomedi had a look at point-blank range. They did not come up successful in those situations, and Thomas McMahon, after perhaps a rough start just seconds into the game, has come up with a couple of big saves as well for East Grand Forks in order to keep them in it. Shots are 8-6 in favor of the Green Wave, but the score is 1-0 Mahtomedi on a goal by Patrick Egan, assisted by Jake Hodge Shellbeck at 33 seconds of the opening period. And that is our intermission summary, and it's brought to you tonight by Grand Forks Welding and Machine and by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. We've got more coming up. We'll take a look at tomorrow's matchup as the Green Wave head up the road to face their next opponent. Their next opponent, of course, being the St. Cloud Cathedral Crusaders. So stay with us. We'll give you a preview of that one coming up next. This is our coverage of Green Wave and Zephyr hockey tonight from St. Croix Valley Recreation Center in Stillwater. The Zephyrs won and the Green Wave nothing on the Ultra scoreboard. Our coverage continues next on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
If you haven't had good pizza, I mean really good pizza from Pizza, you should. Pete's Menu offers personal, family, or specialty for free delivery or pickup Tuesday through Saturday, along with daily specials, all at delicious prices. If you haven't been to pizzamenu.com, you should.
The Golf Center is your go-to place for the latest. From PXG, Callaway, TaylorMade, Titleist, Ping, Srixon, Mizuno, plus everything else at the Golf Center.
Have you done your maintenance? You should. Call Thermal Air and let us check your furnace or your boiler for professional evaluation of your equipment's performance without high-pressure tactics. Call Thermal Air at 701-740-8161.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Phil Thompson and Associates are on the job providing crop insurance, tax, and related service for farmers, businesses, individuals, and families since 1989. Phil Thompson and Associates, Warren and East Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
What do you need or want right now? Area Community Credit Union can help you get whatever it is you want. Vehicle, furniture, a home loan, or maybe you need help with a wedding. Contact the professionals at Area Community Credit for solutions. Federally insured by NCUA.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
We welcome you back to our intermission report tonight. Our coverage of high school hockey continues on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Intermission report brought to you this evening by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. It's 1-0 Mahtomedi over East Grand Forks at the end of the first frame tonight. And a quick preview of what we have coming up tomorrow will be at St. Cloud Cathedral at the MAC, the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud, where tomorrow the Crusaders will host East Grand Forks. The Crusaders are 2-0-1 on the season. They drew with Thief River Falls to start the year and have come back with a pair of 1-goal wins to back up their next, including a 3-2 win over War Road. So that'll be a nice measuring stick game. Here's one factor about that game, though, that's interesting. The Crusaders don't play tonight, so fresh legs on their home ice tomorrow. East Grand Forks traveling after a game tonight. Maybe a bit of an advantage Crusaders in that situation. We'll see what happens as we get ready for that one tomorrow. It is a pregame report of 1:30 and a face-off at 2. That should be radio only. Stay tuned for further broadcast details, but KNOX AM 1310 will have that for you coming up tomorrow night. We're ready for our second period, and it's next on KNOX Live Sports.
Presenting Hugo's Theater. Oh, I'm the worst.
What do you mean, Pally? Hugo's meat and seafood is the best. Just ask him. The eyes have it.
The finest meat and seafood at Hugo's.
When you're looking for a change of pace, a change of routine, or a change of scenery, we'll help you find what's next. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Hey, this is Pastor Paul. I'd like to welcome you to Hope Church, especially if you're a person that doesn't have a place where you hang out spiritually. We would love for you to come and experience hope and find God. Hope Church, 9, 10:30, and 6 p.m. on Sundays. For more information, you can check out gfhope.org.
We welcome you back to our coverage of Mahtomedi and East Grand Forks tonight at the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center. KNOX Live Sports through a period. Your score is 1-0 in favor of Mahtomedi. Our thanks to High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine for bringing you our intermission report this evening on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. And we get ready now for second period action. The Green Wave down 1-0 after a goal at 33 seconds of the opening period for Patrick Egan, who jumped up onto the first line tonight. And really, when it comes down to offensive skaters this evening, we've maybe seen 4 or 5 skaters that have really made a big impact offensively for the Zephyrs. Jimmy Egan, Jake Hudd-Shelbeck, Gene Wegleitner, Patrick Egan. Max Egan broke a blade on his skate, so that might not be a fair sample size in that first period of action. But we'll see what happens here going into period number 2. And the Green Wave, well, they had a deficit when they played against Detroit Lakes back on Tuesday and came out of that okay. And we'll see if they can find the magic to come back into this one again. So we'll get ready for second period action, and we're underway. They put it down, and the Zephyrs are going to have control of the puck to start the second period of action here tonight. Puck back in the Zephyr zone as they try to rotate it back out into the neutral zone and back up the offensive side. They have it turned over in the neutral zone. Back to pick this up is Wyatt Tarnowski. He'll turn it off the near side boards, tried to feather a pass into the neutral zone, and it's one there. Jake Hodge-Shelbeck charging up on the left side wall. Little backhander out in front and a quick shot. McMahon got turned around on it. In the long run, we'll see a net off its pegs, and we're going to draw coming up in the East Grand Forks zone. Second time tonight that we've seen Jake Hodge-Shelbeck get a rush up the wall, and the Zephyrs have keyed in behind that. They put pressure on the net every time that Hodge-Shelbeck has been able to find himself up the ice. And I mean, it's a good recipe for success if you see a guy that's going to get up, and this draw is actually going to come out onto the East Grand Forks line. But Jake Hodge-Shelbeck's been a big player tonight. We talked about him in the pregame report. 22 points a year ago, the leading scorer coming back for a Mahtomedi team that was gutted due to graduation. Puck floats out in front of Charlie Brandt. He'll hold on for a whistle. This team from Mahtomedi graduated 7 seniors a year ago that accounted for 290 points. I mean, you can't describe that any other way than just a gutting. And you've got to replace a lot of really, really good players in that sequence. And yet tonight, they seem to have found their legs. We mentioned that first game against Centennial. You can't really hold that against them, as they were obviously trying to kind of figure out what their new identity was going to be. Wegleitner picks up a loose puck off the draw, sends it off to Max Egan on the right, who's got a repaired skate or a new one, probably a new one. Loose puck back out to center. Green Wave trying to come up ice, a little stick handling on the near side, that time by Cooper Hills. And Hills will charge it in the right side corner. He has his pocket picked from behind by William Brummel, and now off to the right. Cole Swanson looking up the wall. Swanson a stop back behind the Zephyr zone. Backhand pass to Mac Egan on the right side wall, and now Egan finds his way 2-on-2 into the neutral zone looking for Lakin Decker. Decker down to the wall. We're going to see an icing call coming up against the Zephyrs. They could not catch up to a puck in time. That's going to come back into the Zephyr zone for another drop. Our draw is brought to you tonight by S&T Quick Stop, the last stop on Highway 15 to the West and Thompson. If you're making your way back to Grand Forks, don't fight your way down to the busy streets to try to make your trip off for a meal. Let S&T Quick Stop help you out. Wingman pizzas, food specials, and a full line of grocery products at S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Great back check. Actually, great poke check on the left side for the Green Wave, and a rush up for Braden Overgaard gets a shot in. Charlie Brandt is there to hold on for the whistle, but that's a great individual effort for Braden Overgaard, who just went hard from behind to take a puck away from the Zephyrs as they were trying to charge up ice. And Overgaard earned himself an opportunity. We'll draw again coming up in the Zephyr zone. Draw to the right of the net. It comes back out to the high slot. Shot from Grant Berger looking for the carom off the end wall. Puck loose to the far side. Lovejoy able to pick it up for the Green Wave. Got to the high slot. Turns it down. Quick shot. A quick fire. A turn for Norgan Mulebrook. Ends up off the far wall. Mulebrook tries to charge it down. He's clipped from behind. The Green Wave won a penalty. They're not going to see a tripping call. And the puck floats back out to the right side for Winston Wright. And the Zephyrs back to Berger behind the net for East Grand Forks in the back check. Mulebrook a stop on the right side. He'll hand it off. Grady Magner trying to get up into the offensive end. Leaves it off for Mulebrook. He charges in, tries to get a shot away, and he was poke checked from behind. Good defensive stop by William Brummel to get in and disrupt that opportunity. Jimmy Egan rotates back up the ice. He'll look down towards the near side corner. Shot taken up by Landon Jameson instead. He'll poke it back out towards the right side after taking the puck away from the Zephyrs. It returns back into the corner, and Nick Corbett is over to pick it up for East Grand Forks. His breakout to Jameson, chipped off the far wall. Brock Schultz trying to chase it. Sam Harris beat him to the spot for the Zephyrs. Turns it back to the right side for Patrick Egan. A stop, and he'll drop one off into the left circle of the East Grand Forks zone. Greenway back to it again, looking for Jameson. This floats free in the far boards. Wyatt Tarnowski is back for the Zephyrs. Turned it over. Jace Forey was there, nearly had an opportunity to break out with it. Instead, Patrick Egan takes it away. Here comes a 3-on-3 for the Zephyrs. They drop it off. Shot that McMahon stops. That's a big shot for a stop for Thomas McMahon. And the Green Wave come away 3-on-3 the other way in transition. Forey playing off high slot. Here's Schultz by himself. He fires at a big stop by Brandt that will preserve the 1-goal lead for the Zephyrs. Boy, Brock Schultz gets loose at point-blank range, and right there is Charlie Brandt to make the stop. Let's take a look at that on the KNOX replay. The Green Wave come out. They had the rush going, and the camera turns just there. There was Brock Schultz, and Brandt was right there to get a stop on that play that developed right in front of him, and will draw over in the right circle of the East Grand, or I should say rather of the Mahtomedi zone. But there's a golden opportunity for East Grand Forks. They come up empty, and now Brandt with another stop. This time a shot from the point by Corbett. And we'll see a draw again coming up in the Zephyr zone. Draws brought to you tonight by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. Find them on Demers next to the Columbia Road overpass. We'll draw to the right of Charlie Brandt for the Zephyrs. Puck goes into the far corner, and the Zephyrs look to take control as Joey Pipes jumped into the play and sent it back out into the neutral zone. East Grand Forks beginning to become a bit more physical, and they're controlling a bit more of the play now. Cooper Hills gets held up from behind. Puck goes loose. Barneson trying to turn it back to the high slot. Loose. Van Epps had a pickup. Couldn't quite get a shot away. And Van Epps ends up going crashing in to the Mahtomedi net. This works out with Gene Wegleitner into the near side corner. Zephyrs try to make a play of it. East Grand Forks comes out with a big pass dropped off that time. Van Epps getting back into the play. Barneson up with Hills. 3-on-2. Barneson trying to pull around a defender. Got stood up. Van Epps comes up with a loose puck. Sends it back towards the net. Barneson plays it out in front. Quick turn to score for East Grand Forks. The Green Wave will score as they take one away. Barneson with a big play for the Green Wave to set it up. And this will be buried for East Grand Forks, I believe by Mulebrook, that will get credit for the goal. Actually, it will be Hills, rather, that will get credit for the goal. Let's take a look at that again, and that's a pretty play on the KNOX replay. We'll see it develop as that puck ends up in the far circle, and the Green Wave come back to it right side. Quick crossing pass as that puck came out of the far circle and was set up very well for East Grand Forks, and the Green Wave will tie things up at one apiece on a goal for Cooper Hills, at least at the moment. Goal, I believe, was at 3 minutes and 51 seconds of the period. As we await for the announcement of the goal, Cooper Hills does get credit for the goal. And there will be an assist for Hunter Barneson. There was a big play for Barneson, and Jace Van Epps got it started. So Van Epps with a drop-off. Barneson brings it in, and Hills finishes it off on the crossing pass. And the Green Wave have tied it up at one apiece. And here's another quick crash coming in that Brandt will make a save on. He'll close it up for the whistle, and we'll see a draw coming up in the Zephyr zone. We didn't get the official time on the goal, but I believe the official time of the goal was at 3 minutes and 51 seconds of the second period. And the Green Wave have tied up Mahtomedi at one apiece. Brock Schultz back behind the net, near side, short-sided shot that ends up in a rebound out in front of Jace Forey. And we'll see a whistle with a pile up in front of the Zephyr net. Forey ends up being driven into the net. Brock Schultz is in the midst of that as well. All five Zephyrs got there, but the Green Wave have quickly opened up a 16-7 shots on goal advantage over Mahtomedi. And it's been all East Grand Forks in this second period. The goal for Cooper Hills ties it up at one apiece. But East Grand Forks getting to the net a bit more often here in the second than they did back in the first. Puck comes back to the near point. Grady Magner unable to hold the offensive zone, being chased by Egan for the Zephyrs. He'll chip it off to the right side for Jamison. Zephyrs get back to it, however. A turn to fire up ice by Jacob Shelbeck will ring this back behind the Green Wave net. Patrick Egan trying to chase it down in that spot. Loses control of the puck. Grady Magner breaks out with it. And here comes East Grand Forks the other direction. Puck chipped up into the neutral, actually the offensive end by Landon Jamison. He goes chasing against Wyatt Tarnowski. It's 2-on-2. Tarnowski will give way to Cole Swanson, who comes out to the near side. And now we'll see a whistle. It looks like another penalty coming up. And the Zephyrs may be going to the box. And with the way the Green Wave are playing right now, this power play has a good opportunity of being successful. Jimmy Egan is going to go into the box. It'll be an interference call on Jimmy Egan. And the time of the penalty will be at 5 minutes and 9 seconds of the second period. So the Green Wave will go on the RBB Electric power play, brought to you by RBB Electric, on call, on time, and online, rbbelectric.com. We draw, and the puck comes off the near side wall. It's picked up there by Cole Beese, and Beese will quarterback the power play unit. Gets a shot through, and Brandt is able to knock it down with a paddle and covers for the whistle. Charlie Brandt pitched a shutout in the win over Blaine, a 5-0 win against Blaine, and East Grand Forks has peppered him with a variety of opportunities tonight, and each time he seems to have stood up. It took the Green Wave getting monumental pressure at the net to come up with their first goal tonight, but Charlie Brandt has been a huge equalizing force in this matchup tonight for the Zephyrs. That's one thing that we'll learn about some of these top teams as East Grand Forks cycles through them at the beginning of the year. Green Wave on the power play for 1:35 remaining on the penalty against Jimmy Egan. Up ice, Brock Schultz looks to wrap around the net and come out towards the far corner. He turns it back to Grady Magner up top, back to Schultz, taking his possession high slot. Back to Magner on top, another wrister into traffic. Brandt again snares it with the glove hand. Grady Magner's been able to get a few through traffic here. And again, each time Charlie Brandt is there, that time making a pretty nice glove save. And we'll draw with 11 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the second period, still tied up at 1 apiece. This will go to the right of Charlie Brandt, ends up in the far corner, plays back out towards the point, picked up there by Grady Magner, back to Brock Schultz. Schultz looking down towards the corner, a step away by Van Epps, back to Schultz on the right point again. Schultz stepping down towards the wall, turns it back out high. Magner stick handling off to the left side for Hunter Barnson. Barnson a turn, plays it back off to Magner high. Schultz again on the right. Under a minute to go on the power play. They attack. They got Jamison in the high slot. Jamison couldn't hold the puck. It's picked off by the Zephyrs and they'll clear. Holding it up is McMahon back behind his net. Turns it back to Magner. Zephyrs trying to change up their penalty kill unit. Magner looking to outrun them. Leaves one right on his own line on a turnover. Green Wave step in to try to reclaim control. And they do. Cooper Hills cycling. Makes his way into the neutral zone. He'll leave it off towards the left. Jamison rushing it down. Green Wave go to work. Jamison left corner with 29 seconds left to go on the power play. He circles back out top of the circle. Tried to go down to the doorstep for Hills and a whistle coming up. Net came off its pegs. Brandt backing up into the crossbar, ended up disrupting the net. And so we'll see a draw with 24 seconds left to go on the power play for the Green Wave and 10-12 remaining here in the second. Shots on goal are 18-7 in favor of East Grand Forks. And that was an 8-6 number at the end of the frame. And the Green Wave again can't hold his own. Nick Corbett gets outraced to the puck. Hodge Shelbeck coming in shorthanded. Gets tied up by Cole Beast getting back defensively. East Grand Forks going to work trying to deny a shorthanded opportunity for the Zephyrs. And they had a good one coming up if they'd have been able to get there. But Cole Beast did a nice job of rushing back into his own zone to prevent that opportunity. One more breakout on the power play for East Grand Forks, and again they turn it over. Jimmy Egan jumps out of the box for the Zephyrs and drives one down the ice back into his own end. And so the power play comes up empty for East Grand Forks. We remain tied at 1 on the all-true scoreboard with 9:35 to go in the second period. A goal for Cooper Hills here in the second, the only scoring so far in East Grand Forks, their first goal. Jimmy Egan out in front. Patrick Egan a shot up and over the crossbar. Egan setting up Egan. Jimmy to Patrick on the high slot, and his shot feathers out in front. McMahon, a huge stop on a one-timer that was right out in front of the East Grand Forks net. That's a huge stop for Thomas McMahon, as this shift has been very effective here for the Zephyrs. The Green Wave trying to change up as the puck ends up back in the Mahtomedi zone. Schultz makes a hit. Patrick Egan comes to a stop. He gets disrupted, and a puck goes wide of McMahon. Back behind the Green Wave net, and it floats back out near edge. The Green Wave trying to clear and now rushing the puck on the near side. Chase Moe coming out, fourth line winger, puts some pressure on behind Sam Harris. Back in the Zephyr zone, trying to recreate some offense for the Green Wave. So a powerful shift for Mahtomedi. They come up with a couple of opportunities. McMahon made a big save in that sequence. East Grand Forks gets roughed up the other direction. Cullen Schmaltz to the touch, couldn't get free. It goes loose to the high slot, picked up there by Gene Wegleitner, who pulls down to the far corner. Wegleitner got turned around. Lakin Decker steps in to take control for the Zephyrs. Puck waved off his stick, touched up against the far boards by Cullen Schmaltz once again. Out to the point, taken there by Wyatt Tarnowski. He puts one into traffic, and that will float wide. Comes back towards the near circle. Zephyrs continue to cycle on a very good couple of shifts back-to-back. Sam Harris driving in. Here comes a penalty, and we'll see a call coming up. It's going to be a hooking call and likely coming up against East Grand Forks. Let's see if we can take a look at that stop that was made by McMahon on the replay here. You'll see McMahon down the ice. This one comes loose right out in the high slot, and McMahon diving to take that off the side of the body on what was a point-blank opportunity. But East Grand Forks is in the box. The time of the penalty will be at 8 minutes and 55 seconds of the second period. We'll wait for the announcement of it. The penalized player is going to be Chase Moe for East Grand Forks. So Moe is in. A quick one-timer off the power play rush for the Zephyrs. Ends up over the crossbar. So Moe goes into the box, and it will be a hooking call against Moe. So a hooking call against Moe at 8 minutes and 55 seconds of the second period. And Chase Moe is in the box, and the Green Wave are back on penalty kill. Power play for the Zephyrs, brought to you by RBB Electric, on call, on time, and online at rbbelectric.com. And after a pileup, we're going to see a draw that comes back out of the Green Wave zone, it looks like, after some bodies collided. They're actually going to put a Zephyr in the box here. They're going to put 2 men in the box. There'll be a cross-checking call. This is going to be after the whistle. Patrick Egan's going in for a cross-check, and Grady Magner's going to go in as well. That's a tough blow for East Grand Forks in that sequence. They're going to lose one of their better defenders while they're still on penalty kill for another minute and 28 seconds. It'll remain a 5-on-4 man advantage for Mahtomedi, but one of the better penalty killers is now serving some extracurriculars for East Grand Forks. Jimmy Egan shot trying to get through traffic, blocked, and the Green Wave will clear it. Up on an edge and spinning its way down the ice. It'll be held up by Charlie Brandt, and Brandt tries to transition back behind his own net for the Zephyrs. They broke out by Jimmy Egan. Puck on the right side, on the right, and a quick one-timer coming up near edge for Gene Wegleitner in an open net as well. Wegleitner ends up getting clipped. He ends up springing through the air. The net's off its pegs, and we'll see a whistle and a draw coming up in the East Grand Forks zone. Boy, the Green Wave are beaten on that. The net was wide open after McMahon had committed to his glove side. There was a huge opening on his right side, and I don't know, maybe the opening was just too big for Mahtomedi to hit it, but waiting right there was Wegleitner, and he'll want that one back a little bit later on as a puck springs free off the draw back into the neutral zone. It's chased down by Sam Harris for the Zephyrs. Harris cycling back over to his own circle. 50 seconds left to go on the power play for Mahtomedi. Zephyrs and Green Wave tied at 1 on the all-true scoreboard. Puck cycles back into the Green Wave end, an attempt to clear it by Judd Pesch for East Grand Forks. It's held up on the left point by Mahtomedi. They go back to work on the power play. This is held up by Matt Stretcher, or rather by Matt Strecker. It is Stretcher. My apologies. And Stretcher sends it back behind the East Grand Forks net. Over is Hunter Barnson trying to play it out, and Barnson will clear it for the Green Wave. Ends up back in the Zephyr zone. A quick turn, long stretch pass up the ice. Winston Wright able to cherry pick a spot in front of the line on the far edge. He gets turned around as he left the puck behind. Hills was able to send it back into the neutral zone. Tarnowski over to pick it up, and now Harris will bring it up for Mahtomedi and dump it into the right corner of the East Grand Forks zone. Again, a retrieval by Judd Pesch for the Green Wave on the penalty kill. Tried to get it out. It was held up in the zone by Wyatt Tarnowski. The Green Wave bring out Moe. They're back to full strength, and we'll see a whistle right at the end of the power play. The clock will stop with officially here an even 6 minutes left to go in the second period. Tied at 1 on the All-True scoreboard. Scoreboard updates brought to you by All-True. Regular screenings with All-True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. Green Wave with control of the puck off the draw on their own end. Tied up with the Zephyrs at 1 apiece. East Grand Forks looking for an opportunity to get out of their own after they scored and put on a lot of pressure to start the period. Mahtomedi has come back with a lot of force. Joey Pipes on the near side in the neutral zone. Plays it down the left wall. This will ring back towards the right. Picked up right side by Lakin Decker. He turns it back to the point. Shot feathering through, and that one, did it sneak through? It did. And we're going to see a goal for Mahtomedi. Just a bobbled puck that redirected out in front of Thomas McMahon, who tried to reach down and cover it. And McMahon is pleading his case that the puck did not get through. We take a look at it on the replay, and we'll see who ends up getting the score. Just an awkward play that just snuck through. The Zephyrs didn't even realize they had scored, but they have, and they will take a 2-1 lead. Time of the goal for the Zephyrs will be officially at 11 minutes and 28 seconds. And let's get the official announcement of the goal. The goal is going to go to Gene Wegleitner, who's been all around it tonight. And there will be an assist And I believe Stetcher will get an assist. They announce it just once here at Mahtomedi, so it's 2-1 in favor of the Zephyrs now. East Grand Forks back down on the scoreboard. The Green Wave had tied it after falling behind 1-0. And the Green Wave now down once again in a drive up ice, and it's Egan looking to try to get one free. He left it left side. The little short-handed shot, or short-sided shot rather, is deflected by McMahon. Green Wave cycle it back out in the neutral zone, but the Zephyrs, after giving up that goal to East Grand Forks, where the Green Wave just smothered pressure to start the period, all of a sudden the Zephyrs have found their way to get back to even and then some, and they have really been the aggressors over the last 6 or 7 minutes of this second period of play. Puck out towards the right point. Cole Swanson looking for an opportunity. That gets deflected and swept out to the near side. Cooper Hills trying to take an interior line, gets dragged down. The Green Wave want a penalty. They're not going to see it here. It's played out in front for Hills, who gets turned around after Landon Jamison tried to set him up. The puck comes towards the near edge. Schultz trying to chase it down, ends up back behind the net for the Zephyrs. William Brummel trying to play it out to Swanson in the near corner. Swanson rings it back towards the far side, off the far edge. Brummel looking to make a play, comes back to Jimmy Egan for the Zephyrs. Egan dropped it off to Patrick Egan. That shot gets deflected, drives its way into the corner. Goes loose behind the Green Wave net. Barnson is there for East Grand Forks. Tries to curl it up the near side boards. Taken up by Van Epps, who chases it down, but lost control of the puck. Floats back to the line, and Tarnowski plays it back for the Zephyrs on the far side. Mahtomedi with Ryan Lepowitz. Comes up with a touch on the far boards. Taken up there by Nick Corbett for the Green Wave, and back to Cole Beast. Beast trying to play it rink wide. Pops off the near side wall. A touch for Matt Stretcher. Stretcher tries to turn it back towards the neutral zone, then got a race for it, drives himself into the circle, and has that one snared away by the Green Wave. We're down to 3.5 minutes to play in this second period. Green Wave trailing 2-1 on the All True scoreboard. Time running out. The Zephyrs with the puck in the neutral zone here in the second. Comes off the near wall for Wyatt Tarnowski. Tarnowski, a big frame out there, tall kid. He gets up on his skates and looks like he's about 7 feet tall out there. That's going to be an opposing presence to go up against. Corbett stick handling in the corner for East Grand Forks. The Green Wave had a hard time getting it up into the offensive end throughout the course of the second period. We'll see an icing call coming up against East Grand Forks. Wegleitner with the goal at 11:28 of the second. And I believe we heard that there was an assist on that for Matt Stretcher. Not sure where the other helper, the other apple, went on that particular goal, but Mahtomedi now with a 2-1 lead in the second period. Will draw to the right of Thomas McMahon in the Green Wave zone. Thomas McMahon, the goaltender tonight for East Grand Forks. They're set to drop it, and they do. And Brock Schultz was able to deflect it off the wall. Zephyrs tried to get to it, and now big physical play for Jace Forey coming up the ice down numbers. Drops for Schultz, and a shot again coming in, and a stop that's made by Charlie Brandt, with the Green Wave opening up another opening, and Charlie Brandt making another big save. Charlie Brandt with 18 saves tonight for the Zephyrs. And he is the reason right now that the Green Wave haven't put 4 or 5 goals on the board. They've had some clean opportunities against Brandt from very good scoring ranges throughout the night. And Brandt has just been unstoppable except for a 3-on-1 flurry right out in front of the net. The Green Wave may have to put some more traffic in front of the net as well. That's one thing that they haven't been able to get to so far tonight. Jake Hodge-Shellback playing for the puck on the right side wall. Found Jimmy Egan. Egan will drive this up into the offensive end. Floats back near side for Patrick Egan. Egan turns it back to Jimmy Egan on the far side boards. Cole Swanson comes up to pinch. It goes loose to Hodge-Shellback on top of the circle. Now the Green Wave step in to take control. Brock Schultz trying to cycle out from his left to right, back to the near side corner. Disrupted by Egan for the Zephyrs. Green Wave with another touch along the wall. This will work back behind their own net. A step in for Judd Pesch for East Grand Forks. Coming up the near side boards, trying to clear it out as far as his own line. Got to it. Here comes Brock Schultz up the ice, leading a 3-on-2 odd man. Schultz looking, driving in, set up Forey. Forey got on his backhand side, but couldn't possess it cleanly to get a shot away. Forey will chase the puck back into the corner, and now Landon Jamison comes out with it. Towards the left side, waving on a one-timer is Pesch. Or actually, correction, on a wrist shot. Pesch got turned around. Now a takeaway. Brock Schultz driving in, looking back to Pesch, actually for Jamison, and the pass was too wide. Schultz really trying to set up his teammates. He does again. Jamison trying to step in and again can't hold the puck cleanly. A minute and a half left to go of the period. Out on top, it's Pesch. His shot gets blocked. Cole Beast trying to play for control of the puck, and instead Patrick Egan Turned it back to the neutral zone for the Zephyrs. The Zephyrs trying to change. The Green Wave catch them in it. They'll drop it off. Little 4-on-3. Up ice. Backhander and it scores for East Grand Forks. Grady Magner jumping up into the play is going to score. Gets inside the right pipe on a terrific, outstanding individual play for Grady Magner to tie the game. Let's take a look at it on the KNOX replay. Grady Magner coming up with a backhanded beauty. Drop off towards him, back into the corner, just stick handles and pitches this one just inside the far bar for Grady Magner. And Magner has his third goal of the season. The time of the goal officially will be at 15 minutes and 49 seconds. And Magner picks up the second goal tonight for East Grand Forks. There will be an assist on the play for Landon Jameson. Great ship for Jameson there as well. And it'll be at 15:49 to the second period. It'll be Magner from Jameson, and that ties the game at 2 apiece. And the Green Wave breakout again, 2-on-2. A shot coming in from Nolan Mulebrook that ends up in the corner. Mulebrook takes a hit. Puck goes loose. It was sent back to the hash marks for the Green Wave coming off the wall by Cooper Hills. It goes loose to the far side boards. Shot coming in from distance for the Zephyrs. Rings off the back wall. Tarnowski was there trying to control for Mahtomedi. This goes back, rink wide, a wave at it on the far edge by Winston Wright. Wright will take it down to the corner. He was held up a bit. A loose puck there for Grant Berger for the Green Wave. Now the Zephyrs jump into control on the far wall. Toll Beast was able to turn a man around. It's cleared by the Green Wave with the clock down to 14 seconds left of the frame. Well, we thought we'd see a good one tonight, and we have definitely seen that. Tied at 2 on the All True scoreboard. Our draws tonight brought to you by Apex Apparel in Grand Forks and S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. We'll have another one of those draws as we close to the final seconds of this second period. Puck out to the point, Tarnowski. Sam Harris left point, sent one into traffic, deflected back to Harris. He tried to make a play to Judd Hodge-Shelbeck out in the high slot. Hodge-Shelbeck picks up a loose puck, drives it into the end wall, and that's going to be the end of the second period of play. The Green Wave get 2, Mahtomedi gets 1, and we are tied at 2 as we go into our second intermission report tonight. We should have a fabulous third period coming up here in a couple of moments, so do stay with us. We'll come back with our intermission report in just a couple of moments here from St. Croix Valley Recreation Center here in Stillwater, Minnesota. The Green Wave and the Zephyrs in a ranked matchup, number 2 versus number 4 in Minnesota. They are tied at 2 after 2 on our All True scoreboard. And we will come back with our intermission report brought to you by High Plains Water and Grand Forks Welding and Machine in just a couple of moments, so do stay with us. This is live coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
S&T Quick Stop in Thompson is the stop you need at the end of your day. From the groceries you may have left behind to the products you need to keep running, S&T Quick Stop is your best stop. Find us on the west edge of Thompson.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
We welcome you back to the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center tonight here in Stillwater, Minnesota. We were expecting a really solid matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and we've seen that. East Grand Forks and Mahtomedi are tied at 2 after the second period on our all-true scoreboard as we welcome you to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham with you here tonight as our intermission report takes over. Our intermission report tonight again brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine and by High Plains Water. Grand Forks Welding and Machine, they are the men of steel. Visit Grand Forks Welding and Machine when it's time to get ready to move that snow. It doesn't make any difference if you're just simply moving it, blowing it, or picking it up and putting it someplace else. Grand Forks Welding and Machine can help you weld those buckets, sharpen those blades so that you're ready when Old Man Winter finally decides to show up. If your snow removal or moving equipment needs some attention, take it to Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They're the men of steel. And High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. High Plains Water has you covered with a new system that if you're building a new home, you are just simply not complete with your plan unless you have that system from High Plains Water. Get that scaly buildup removed from your appliances forever and make those appliances and your fixtures last longer. Better tasting water out of the tap, cleaner laundry, softer skin. You're going to have a great setup and a great increase in your value of living when you have a system from High Plains Water. Check them out at highplainswater.com. East Grand Forks down 1-0 coming into the second period, and they finally find a way to score on Charlie Brandt, who's made 18 saves tonight. Charlie Brandt has been very good for the Green Wave, but East Grand Forks piles on pressure at the net, and Cooper Hills ends up jamming one home on a crossing pass from Hunter Barnson, who made a great individual play on the right side wall to keep that play alive. Got it back out to Hills. It was set up by Jace Van Epps on a great touch to bring it up into the offensive end. That was a good shift for the second liners out there. Cooper Hills will score the first goal for the Green Wave at 3:51 of the period, and that tied things up at 1 apiece. Then Jimmy Egan takes an interference call at 5:09. The Green Wave shut out on the power play. Chase Moe takes a hooking call at 8:55. And that left it again on a penalty kill for the Green Wave. They're successful there. Nothing on the power play so far for anybody tonight. Later in that second period, Mahtomedi began to really assert themselves again. And it's Gene Wegleitner that comes up with a little bit of an excuse me goal against Thomas McMahon for the Green Wave. A puck that bounces up and then takes an awkward hop in front of him, and it just barely was moving, but it changed direction right out in front of Thomas McMahon, and he couldn't get his glove down on him. The goal officially goes to Wegleitner with an assist coming in on that play. We believe from a stretcher on the third line. Wegleitner scores at 11:28 of the second period, giving Mahtomedi the advantage again at 2-1. But the Green Wave come up with a great individual play from Grady Magner after Landon Jameson found him with a puck. Magner skates in for the left circle and flips a backhander that comes off the inside pipe, the right pipe, and springs back into the net. Grady Magner using the inside of the pipe for some help, and assist from Landon Jameson. Magner with a big goal for the Green Wave to tie things up at 2 at the 15:49 mark of the second period. And again, shots on goal are 20-10 in favor of the Green Wave. They piled up a lot of shots. Charlie Brandt has been big tonight for Mahtomedi, and that's why we're tied at 2 at this point. Who Lit the Lamp is presented by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. For the Green Wave, Cooper Hills with his first goal of the season, his second point, and also lighting the lamp, Grady Magner with his third goal of the season and his 7th point for East Grand Forks. The assist for the Green Wave, Hunter Barnson, his second assist, 4th point. Chase Van Epps, his first assist, 3rd point of the season, and an assist on the Magner goal coming from Landon Jameson, his 3rd assist and his 6th point. And that's Who Lit the Lamp, and it's brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. More to come as we continue on our intermission report, brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine and High Plains Water. A look towards the North Dakota side, which is a quiet weekend right now for the Grand Forks Central Knights, Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders, and will also touch up on a score from North Dakota and the Fighting Hawks as they are underway out in Denver playing a 2-game series against the Pioneers. So we'll come up with more on our scoreboard update in a couple of moments as well. We're tied at 2 between East Grand Forks and Mahtomedi here at the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center in Stillwater, Minnesota. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Tufte Marine in Northwood is your Lund Boat headquarters. Looking to buy, sell, or trade? Tufte Marine will get you into the Lund boat you've always wanted. And they have the parts and accessories you need as well. To check out their inventory, go to tuftemarine.com. Tufte Marine, your Lund dealer in Northwood, always willing to make a deal.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop in to Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Hi, this is Jen from Absolute Refrigeration, your local commercial refrigeration experts. Our team provides excellent and dependable service to keep your business up and running all year long. Call us at 787-1200. Absolute Refrigeration. We're here when staying cool absolutely matters.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
We welcome you back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight of the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Our intermission report continues, and our intermission report tonight is brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They are the men of steel here on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Again, brought to you tonight by Rivards Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. When it's time for turf and forage, cover crops, and more around your property, Rivards.com. They have science on their side, and they have locality on their side. They can change up their mixes to go with the current growing season, and they have a history of doing quality work. When the state, the federal governments are looking for their projects, they work with Rivards. They have their own mixing plant in Grand Forks. Find out more at Rivards.com. And Grand Trailer Sales, they're pulling for the Green Wave tonight. Grand Trailer Sales on the east end of East Grand Forks on Highway 2. If you need a trailer to haul for business, or if you need a trailer to haul for your fun that you're going to have all throughout the winter or summer, whether you're looking for something to pull around some of those implements, or you're looking to something to pull around, well, maybe a nice boat or something like that, Grand Trailer Sales has you covered. And of course, all the utility trailers that you're looking for on the east end of East Grand Forks on Highway 2, Grand Trailer Sales. Make sure you find them, as they are also pulling for the East Grand Forks Green Wave here tonight. Latest that we have on a score update from Denver, it has been a quick start for the Pioneers tonight over the University of North Dakota. right now, a challenge for UND that came up on the latest goal, but the goal stood, and the Pioneers have a 3-1 lead on the Ultra scoreboard. And there is still 14:45 to play in the first period. So the Pioneers have scored 3 times in the first 5 minutes and 15 seconds on North Dakota. Not exactly the start that UND was looking for out in Denver tonight. We'll keep you up to date with the latest on that on our Ultra scoreboard throughout the course of the night. We mentioned that for the rest of Grand Forks hockey, it's kind of quiet right now as the Grand Forks teams didn't really have an active schedule before we got out of the first few days of December. Both Grand Forks Central and Grand Forks Red River, I believe, are idle throughout the course of this weekend. We'll take a look at what they have coming up next. Grand Forks Central, Grand Forks Red River, good starts to their season. We had Central's start of the season with a 5-0 win over West Fargo back on Tuesday. Red River defeated North by a score of 3-2. That's a big win for the Rough Riders going down to Fargo North and winning in that matchup. But neither team plays again all the way through the weekend. Up next for Grand Forks, Red River, and Central, Red River's at home with Devil's Lake coming up on Tuesday night, and Fargo Davies will be at Grand Forks Central coming up on Tuesday night as they continue Eastern Dakota Conference play. That one will be for Central, and that'll be a big one coming up on Tuesday night. That's a look at what's going on in Greater Grand Forks hockey. UND trailing right now, again, by a score of 3-1 early in the second period of that matchup. So UND needs some help to try to dig their way back into that one out in Denver. And that's a look at our intermission summary as well, brought to you tonight on our intermission report by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and also brought to you tonight by Grand Forks Welding and Machine. We'll take one more pause and get back into third period action in a couple of moments, so stay with us. This is high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats, to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
See the full line of Kubota at Acme Equipment Grand Forks.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. We get ready for third period action here this evening, and we are underway with the Green Wave and Mahtomedi tied at 2 as we move into the third period. What should be a great finish to this one tonight. It's been a great hockey game so far this evening, and now we'll see what happens as we get into the third period. Ryan Cunningham with you tonight from the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center. The Zephyrs with control, moving from our left to right as we start the third period. Landon Jamison with a takeaway for East Grand Forks. He put it back out into the neutral zone, and the Zephyrs will pound it right back down into the offensive end with Sam Harris patrolling that neutral zone. Nick Corbett for the Green Wave, a chip off the wall looking for Jace Forey. Forey gets run down from behind by Harris, but picks up the loose puck and sends it back towards his own net. Jamison will take it out on the left side wall for the Green Wave. And Jamison comes floating back up into the offensive end, turns it back towards the far side wall, taken there by Jimmy Egan. Egan will stop for Patrick Egan up along the line and dumps this back into the Green Wave to Edward. John Pesch gets back behind the net to take care of it for the Green Wave. Tied at 2 into the first minute, now moving to the second minute of this third period on our Ultra scoreboard. A ranked matchup. The Green Wave #2, the Zephyrs #4 in the early rankings. Puck deflects off of McMahon. He goes looking for the loose puck in a battle for it on the left side of the net. It squirts out in front of the net, and the official lost sight of the puck. And that's going to be a play that benefits the Green Wave after McMahon had gotten down on the ice and was able to get it underneath the leg. That's going to stop the play, and the net came off its pegs as well. Good flurry towards the net again. And we have the incorrect score for those of you that are joining us. Let's put that back. The Green Wave and Mahtomedi are tied at 2. It's not a 3-2 lead for East Grand Forks. That might have been opportunistic for those of you that are Green Wave fans. We'll draw in the Green Wave zone. Cole Beast picks up the loose puck and sprays it back out towards the neutral zone. Cole Swanson trying to get back to pick it up. William Brummel backs up to it instead for the Zephyrs. Turns it back in the neutral zone. A big hit on the far side for East Grand Forks that jarred that puck loose. A drop off, quick pass right side. Swanson trying to get free, and Swanson ends up losing the puck as he glides through the near side circle on the right side for Mahtomedi. This will turn it back out towards the point. Swanson again, but he lost the opportunity to hold the zone. He'll back up. The Zephyrs have to get back on side. A stop on the left side. Zephyrs will pound it back down wide of the net. Tear him off the wall. Cole Beast will pick it up for East Grand Forks. Circles back behind his own net. Plays it back out towards the far wall. A dump off into the neutral zone. Great play right side here for the Green Wave. Braden Overgaard trying to get up ice. He had a step, but was unable to hold the puck cleanly and ends up being wiped out on the play as well. The puck will come back towards the left side wall where the Zephyrs and the Green Wave fight for control. Swanson's on the back end of that for Mahtomedi. The Green Wave have Tucker Lovejoy in there as well. It springs out with Cole Swanson, who gets back behind the net for the Zephyrs and turns it back towards the far boards. Matt Stretcher was there for the Zephyrs. Plays off near side. Zephyrs dump it in. It's picked up. Winston Wright with a shot that's up out of play. Got a shot with a pretty good opportunity to see the whole net, but put it up well up over the crossbar. Shot was just inaccurate and ends up going out of play, and we'll draw coming up in the East Grand Forks zone. Again, our draws tonight brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks near the overpass to Columbia on Demers. Apparel, promotional products. They do it fast. They have a custom embroidery covered at Apex Apparel in Grand Forks. They bring you our draws here this evening. Puck loose in the neutral zone. A lot of this game has been played from the top of the circles to the top of the other circles. It's been a big physical game out in the middle of the ice and along the wall. Two very good hockey teams that have been battling for every loose puck and every inch of ice so far tonight. And that's what's made this one enjoyable to watch. Brock Schultz picks up a loose puck back in the Green Wave end, tries to dump it to the corner. Hallback, or actually Shellback, set up a play out in front of the net for Patrick Even. Jake Hodge Shellback. I think we're just going to call him Jake Shellback for the rest of the night. Name's been a little bit too tough to get here tonight, so Jake Shellbeck setting up a play. Patrick Egan coming off to the far side for Jimmy Egan. Egan got turned around in the corner. Puck is loose there. Shellbeck trying to reach back in to get control of it. He pulled it free, sent it back out to the high slot. Corbett picked it off for East Grand Forks and dumped it back out into the neutral zone. And now a chase, and here's a takeaway. Here comes Forey by himself. He fires and scores! Jace Forey coming up ice on a quick takeaway for the Green Wave, and East Grand Forks has the first lead of the night, and it's the first time tonight that East Grand Forks has just beaten Charlie Branch on a clean look. Take a look at it on the replay. It happened very quickly. Forey producing the turnover right there, took the shot from the circle and scored, and we haven't seen Charlie Brandt break down like that so far tonight. The official time of the goal for the Green Wave will be at 3 minutes and 37 seconds, and Jace Forey comes up with a goal for East Grand Forks. The Green Wave will take a 3-2 lead, their first lead of the night tonight. Jace Forey comes up with a goal officially. It'll be Jace Forey all alone. It's an unassisted goal for East Grand Forks. The time of the goal at 3:37 of the third period. And the Green Wave now have a 3-2 lead over Mahtomedi in the early third. 21-11 shots on goal for East Grand Forks. And the Green Wave, again, have had a lot of opportunities from distance against Mahtomedi. And Charlie Brandt had made all the stops. And that time, Forey, a clean look, and just goes in with a wrister and comes up with a shot to put East Grand Forks on top. Pesh being chased in his own end. Cole Beast mishandles the puck. He's pressured by Max Stretcher. It comes off to the near side wall, breaks out to the neutral zone. Long rush to get to it for Sam Harris back in his own end. He'll backhand it off the far side wall, waiting for it in the neutral zone is Matt Stretcher to try to pop it back up into the Green Wave end while the Zephyrs change up. The Green Wave did the same. Berger off the end wall. It's played back out towards the right side for the Green Wave by Cullen Schmaltz. Schmaltz trying to play it away on the left. Stretcher again jumping into a play. He's a third-line winger, and Stretcher has been a checking line winger tonight. Physical guy that jumps into every play for Mahtomedi. Berger turns it over but gets it slapped back to him, and the Green Wave will make a rush to the neutral zone. Cooper Hills on the near side, banging off the wall. This floats back behind the Zephyr net. It's turned over again. Here's another shot for a score. Another turnover, and this time it's Tucker Lovejoy that will hit the back of the net for the Green Wave. And East Grand Forks will take a 4-2 lead in the matchup. Another clean one off the takeaway for East Grand Forks. The time of the goal will be at 11 minutes. Rather, I'm sorry. Let's change that. 5 minutes and 13 seconds of the second, or actually of the third period. And East Grand Forks comes up with another big score as they'll award the goal officially. 5:13 is the official time, and Tucker Lovejoy comes up with a goal, and that will also be an unassisted goal on a takeaway. And East Grand Forks finally getting a couple of shots from distance to go in against goaltender Charlie Brandt, who's been so good all night tonight. And the Green Wave have finally come up with a couple of ways to beat him after takeaways here in the third period. Forey on the high slot gets knocked down. Puck comes loose to the near edge. William Brummel had a piece of it, sends it up into the neutral zone, finding Patrick Egan. Egan taking a shot from distance up and over the bar against McMahon off the wrister. Brock Schultz comes up with a loose puck for the Green Wave and starts cycling up into the offensive end, made a drop pass and couldn't find Forey. That snuck back out into the neutral zone. Patrick Egan playing it off towards the near side for Mahtomedi. Egan having it go behind him. Big hit out at center ice as well. That turned around Jace Forey, and he struggled against that one. He was slow to get up on it. Forey comes back, takes a touch, takes another hit, but this time stands on the skates tall and sends it back into the Mahtomedi zone where Cole Swanson will chase it down for the Zephyrs. Swanson looking off to Brummel on the right side. A turn by Cooper Hills. He'll find Barnson. Barnson tried to play it out high, brings it out himself and turns it off towards the left circle, looking for Van Epps, who makes a big shot coming in. He absorbed that shot coming in from Jimmy Egan, and they battle for control of the puck back behind the Zephyr net. Clock down to 10:25 to go in the third period. For those of you watching on KNOX Live Sports, we've got a bit of a gap there tonight, so we've had to move back and forth in our broadcast position this evening. Apologies for that, but we'll get that clock synced up for you coming up. It's dumped in by the Green Wave and played to the far side corner of the Mahtomedi zone, and now we'll see a whistle as icing is called against the Zephyrs. Let's go back to the previous goal and see if we can take a look at that on the replay on another turnover. Puck pops out towards the right side here for Lovejoy. He just snared it and scored right in the interior hash marks off that far circle. Tucker Lovejoy with the takeaway. And a couple of turnovers against the Zephyrs have been bad news for Mahtomedi here in this third period. A draw coming up in the Zephyr zone, and the puck pops out into the neutral side of the ice. As it'll be driven back down into the Zephyr end by Judd Pesch. Mahtomedi back to it on the far side. Evan Johnson, third pair defender, circles this back out into the neutral zone, and now a foot race is on. Max Egan getting there. Egan lost a blade on his skate back in the opening period. He rushes the puck. It comes back over in the corner. Quick shot, and McMahon knocked that away with a glove hand. It might have been offline. It was taken right side by Lakin Decker. Decker puts the puck back into the corner. Green Wave tried to cycle into it. A touch for Judd Pesch. He got stood up. Decker takes the puck again, far corner. Now the Green Wave steps to it. It comes back out to the near point. Played into traffic. Goes loose. Egan with a touch again in the corner. Taken into the corner by Cole Beast. Gene Wegleitner gets stood up back behind the Green Wave net. And the Green Wave try to clear it out along the near side wall. They'll settle for the icing call. And we'll come back into the Green Wave zone to draw. Our clock now on KNOX Live Sports is correct. Shots are 22-12 in favor of East Grand Forks, and it's 4-2 Green Wave on the All-True scoreboard here in the third period. A matchup of number 2 and number 4 in Minnesota Class A hockey tonight. The Green Wave have trailed twice, but East Grand Forks has scored the last 3 goals to come up with a 4-2 lead here in the third period. Puck goes back into the Mahtomedi zone. Landon Jamison producing a takeaway. Looking for Forey. Back to Jamison. He gets behind the net. Jamison will play it back out to the point. Corbett waving on a slap shot. This gets deflected. Comes back into the Green Wave end. Long rush to get to it for Shellbeck. He put a shot in that went wide. The net came off its pegs. We're not going to get a whistle on it. The net did come loose, and it's pulled right back up by Thomas McMahon, the goaltender for East Grand Forks. And now the Green Wave with Brock Schultz coming up the ice. He charges back in behind the net, circles back out towards the left circle, played it out high, a look, and Magner with a wrister right into a blocker as Charlie Brandt kicks that away, and the puck will come back towards the near side wall. It stays up front, though. Here's another shot from Schultz that goes up and over the crossbar, and Brandt ended up losing his paddle momentarily. The Green Wave cycle back after it. Brandt falls on the ice, reaches back with his stick hand, and covers up the puck to stop the play. Another draw coming up. Our draw is brought to you tonight by S&T Quick Stop. They're your final stop in Thompson on Highway 15. If you're coming back to Grand Forks, or if you went back to Thompson without some of the items that you were looking for, maybe forgot to make that stop or ran out of time, S&T Quick Stop with a full line of grocery items. You can find a mini grocery store right there. We're talking about eggs, juice, milk, some of those products along with the dry goods that you're looking for. Meal specials with Wingman pizzas and other food specials that they have for you. And all right there on the west side of Thompson on Highway 15. Stop and see them and take some control of your night. Get some of your time back. We draw in the Zephyr zone with halfway and then some of this third period gone by. We're under 8 minutes to play in the third. A shot by Magner and a vicious slap shot. Correction, it wasn't Magner. It was Cullen Schmaltz that took an absolute drive. This was blocked, and down is Winston Wright, who may have taken the effects of that block shot. Wright is slow to get up, and he's holding at his right chin. He's going to come off the ice under his own power, but he just grimaced as he took an absolute howitzer from Cullen Schmaltz, who got all of a slap shot out in front of the left circle. And the clock will stop with 7:53 to play in the third. 4-2 your score on the all-true scoreboard. And the Green Wave trying to run this one out here tonight. And we get started once again with the clock down to 7:40 to go here in the third. Puck goes loose back onto the far side. In the Zephyr zone, the Green Wave tried to cycle back into it. It was picked up by Cole Swanson back behind the net. Swanson dumps over for William Brummel, comes out towards the point. Green Wave back to pick it up, taken there by Grant Berger. Berger tries to drive it back down the ice. It goes loose on the far side. This will float back into the Green Wave end. The Green Wave want icing. They're not going to get it. It's picked up by Egan. A quick turn trying to get to somewhat of a weak side with nobody there, circling back out towards the left circle. And his play just ends up going up and over. That'll be driven back over into the far side. Puck goes loose, picked up off the wall there by Hunter Barnson. Barnson chips loose again to the far side. Barnson taking a look, stopping, driving his way up, got tripped, and here comes a penalty. East Grand Forks going to go on the power play. So the Green Wave are going to go on the power play. East Grand Forks will go on the power play with 6:55 left to go here in the third period. And the man that's going in the box will be Ryan Lipovitz. And it will be a tripping call, I believe. We'll put it in the book as tripping. Time of the penalty will be at 10 minutes and 5 seconds of the third period. And the Green Wave will go on the power play, brought to you by RBB Electric. On call, on time, and online, rbbelectric.com. And the Green Wave now have an opportunity to kind of bury this situation. If the Green Wave were to score and go up 3, boy, this one would be pretty much out of distance for Mahtomedi, you would think. They can score in bunches, obviously, but the Green Wave have had a very, very good cycle of things here in the third period. Puck pulled free. Landon Jameson by himself. He fires, and Charlie Brandt takes it off the mask. Ends up floating over to the far corner, and the Zephyrs come back to retrieve the loose puck. Shot coming in from distance, a long way out of the neutral zone. Just a clearing opportunity. Green Wave back to it. Magner looking up ice for Van Epps, trying to hold his spot in the neutral zone. Van Epps holds the puck up while Magner comes back in, trying to deliver a little bit of help here. This will float free. Brock Schultz back on his own line, playing up the ice on a chip, looking for Barnson. Barnson playing for the loose puck, another turnover. Van Epps trying to get into the high slot. Couldn't handle it cleanly. This squeaks back out in the neutral zone and now taken by Lakin Decker. Decker gets pulled down from behind. Schultz ends up on top of him, and the puck ends up under Decker. It's fought free, and Schultz will pick it up for East Grand Forks and plays it off for Van Epps. 50 seconds left to go of the power play for East Grand Forks. Jameson taking a pass that weaves its way through the neutral zone. Brock Schultz on the right wall, backhanding it. Stepping in for Cole Beast. Now Magner on top, stop and go fire. Knocked down by some traffic in front. Brandt was able to stop that one before it got to him, and the Zephyrs will clear again. Mac Apert rushing up the ice for Mahtomedi, trying to put some pressure on. 25 seconds left to go on the power play. Corbett comes out with the puck for East Grand Forks. He'll turn it back into his own end, lays it off for Cooper Hills. Hills back through the neutral zone, driving off towards the right side. I'll look towards the corner for, I believe, Jace Forey. Lovejoy a touch back out. Van Hill, actually it was Hills looking for Forey out in front of the net, and the puck ends up squeaking by. Patrick Egan picks it up and drives it up into the green wave end. And the power play about to come to a conclusion, and it will, with the clock down to 4 minutes and 54 seconds left to go here in the third period. So Mahtomedi kills off the power play, but in the long run lost a couple of moments that they were looking for in that sequence to try to perhaps even this thing up, or at least get a little bit closer, and the Green Wave were able to kill 2 minutes off. Quick shot from behind a draw. McMahon didn't see that coming, but was able to make the stop after Wyatt Tarnowski got a shot away off the draw. And the clock will stop with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in period number 3. Green Wave trying to make it a 4-0 start to their season tonight, and a third period that has been very good for them. They have scored the last 3 goals, couple of turnovers here in the third, and they were given some opportunities to score from distance on Charlie Brandt, and they came up with clean shots against Brandt after Brandt stopped all of those in the early going. The Green Wave have outshot the Zephyrs to this point 27-15, but the Green Wave leading by a score of 4-2. Head of steam up the ice for Grady Magner. They end up leaving the puck behind. It hasn't been a clean game for the Green Wave tonight either. A couple of key sequences here where they haven't been able to handle the puck as well as they would like in some spots where they could have really exploited some edges here. Puck comes out towards the near point, picked up there by Wyatt Tarnowski. He tries to scissor his way through the near circle, got driven into the boards by Schultz, and now Magner steps in as well. Tarnowski going to get pulled down. There will be a tripping call coming up against the Green Wave, and another opportunity on the power play coming up here for Mahtomedi. Well, if you're the Zephyrs, you get a goal in this power play, you still give yourself a chance with the extra attacker at the end of the matchup, and it's going to be Grady Magner that goes in to sit a spell. Magner just reaching out with a stick. It's a legit tripping call. It's one of those you have to call, but certainly nothing that Magner was attempting to do. And even 13 minutes of the third period, and a timeout is going to be taken now by Mahtomedi. So the Zephyrs will call for timeout. We'll take one with the Zephyrs here as well. With an even 4 minutes left to go in the game. The Green Wave leading 4-2. Mahtomedi about to go on the power play. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. Stay with us. We have more to come after this.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Tufty Marine in Northwood is your Lund Boat headquarters. Looking to buy, sell, or trade? Tufty Marine will get you into the Lund Boat you've always wanted. And they have the parts and accessories you need as well. To check out their inventory, go to tuftymarine.com. Tufty Marine, your Lund dealer in Northwood, always willing to make a deal.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Timeout for Apex Apparel in Grand Forks, S&T Quickstop in Thompson. And the timeout is taken tonight by Mahtomedi as they go on the power play down by 2 at 4-2. Mahtomedi leaves the goaltender in the net. I thought for a moment when they took the timeout, they might have tried to go 6-on-4 to get one of these back. Perhaps a little too early to be that aggressive. The Green Wave get a clear from Cole Beese. It comes in on net on Charlie Brandt. He'll stop it, put it back behind the net, and Jimmy Egan comes out with control. Penalty at the 13-minute mark against Grady Magner for tripping, and that's what leads to the latest power play for the Zephyrs. Brought to you by RBB Electric, on call, on time, and online at rbbelectric.com. Green Wave trying to chase this down. Near side, it's picked up by Patrick Egan for the Zephyrs. Max Egan in the right circle. Actually, correction, that was Gene Wegleitner that turns it back behind the net for Max Egan. Circles back out to Shelbeck. He can't hold the zone. The Zephyrs will have to get back on side. Jimmy Egan pops back out towards the line and brings it back into his own end. He'll be chased by Landon Jamison all the way back behind the net. Egan turns back up ice, trailing off towards the left side for Gene Wegleitner. Wegleitner gains the offensive end. Here's a 3-on-2 odd man. Shot coming in on McMahon. He makes a stick save. Came right in on him low, and McMahon stays in front. There's another shot from the left point. McMahon took that off the blocker. Quick return shot for Jimmy Egan and Thomas McMahon. A couple of big stops to keep this at a 2-goal lead right now for the Green Wave, and the net loose again. And we'll draw coming up in the East Grand Forks zone with 42 seconds left of power play time and 2:42 remaining here in the third period. So the draw coming up in the East Grand Forks zone with 2:42 remaining here in the third. And 40 seconds left to go on the power play for Mahtomedi. Puck on the right side. It's taken off the point by Wyatt Tanarski. He'll turn it out to the high slot. Sam Harris backing up, driving into the traffic. The Green Wave clear it, and this will bounce back to the neutral zone. The Zephyrs left to go back and pick it up once again. So the Zephyrs look to form up their power play rush once more. The Green Wave gets some pressure up ice. Now it comes off left side, 2-on-2 cycle back up into the offensive end for the Zephyrs. Sam Harris gets pushed into the wall. Puck goes back towards the far side for Ryan Lipovitz. He'll get tied up against the boards by Cooper Hills. And the clock down to 2:05 left to go here in the third. Power play down to 3-2-1. And the Green Wave are back to full strength with 2 minutes to go. And the Zephyrs trail by 2 scores. And now a puck off the near side wall turns into a breakout for Hills. He'll drive one in on Charlie Brandt. And Brandt will come up with a stop. Clock to 1:52 left to go here in the third period. And we'll see when the Zephyrs decide to go with the empty net, if they do, in fact, decide to go with the empty net at some point. I thought perhaps they might have done so when they got restarted on the power play. Again, that's a very awkward time to do it this early, obviously, kind of tests your sensibilities in that situation. But nonetheless, it might have been the time to go do it. And we get restarted with a draw coming up off of a loose puck into the East Grand Forks zone. Clock down to 1:40 to go here in the frame. We'll take a moment to sync up our clocks. And our clock's synced up now with 1:40 left to go in the third. We thank all of you for joining us tonight for our coverage of Minnesota high school hockey. This has been a good one, like we thought it would be tonight. Very small mistakes tonight, but they turned out to be goal-scoring mistakes in favor of the Green Wave. Mahtomedi, 2 big turnovers here in the third period that have led to a 4-2 lead for East Grand Forks. The Green Wave have outshot the Zephyrs 28-18 at times. East Grand Forks has been the clear aggressor. There have been moments tonight, though, where the Zephyrs have been as well. Jace Forey coming out with control of the puck, looking up ice for Landon Jamison. His shot, or pass rather, ends up bounding wide to the net. It'll be taken back out to center ice for Cole Swanson. Swanson turning away from Magner, and Magner ends up disrupting it with a poke check. Clock down to 1:05 to go here in the third. And a puck driven into the East Grand Forks zone, and now the Zephyrs will empty the net. So the net is empty with less than a minute to go. The extra attacker for the Zephyrs is on the ice, and the Green Wave spin a puck free, and this will work back into the Zephyr end for icing. So we'll see a draw coming up in the East Grand Forks end with officially 51.2 seconds left. We'll bring it back into the Green Wave end for a draw. They put it down and spray one to the corner. It goes loose to the far side. Point blank opportunity out in front of the net that time for Patrick Egan, and it's kicked aside by Thomas McMahon. It floats back into the Zephyr end for an empty net goal, and the Green Wave will take a 5-2 lead. The time of the goal will be at 16 minutes and 22 seconds. Just a clearing play after a point-blank opportunity for the Zephyrs that was kicked aside by Thomas McMahon with the empty net and the extra attacker. And the Green Wave trying to clear a puck, and it just starts floating and grazing its way up the ice. And the Green Wave end up with an empty net goal to push the lead to 3. Wait for the official scoring on the goal. I'm not sure who's going to get it. It was cleared off the near side goal line. The Green Wave bring it back up into the offensive end off the draw. Let's get the official scoring on the goal for the empty netter. 16:22 in the third. We mentioned Jace Van Epps is going to get the goal for the Green Wave. It'll be the third unassisted goal for the Green Wave in the period. The 2 turnovers and the empty netter are what will do Mahtomedi in tonight. Puck comes down to the neutral zone, picked up there by Cole Beast, down to 5 seconds to go in this one. And East Grand Forks is going to take home a 3-goal win tonight over Mahtomedi. The Green Wave will score 4 consecutive goals in this one tonight and outshoot Mahtomedi by a 29-19 margin this evening. A solid performance for East Grand Forks as they take their record to 4-0, and Mahtomedi will drop to 1-2. Couple of turnovers that break the tie in favor of the Green Wave, and 3 unassisted goals in the third. 1 for Jace Forey, 1 for Tucker Lovejoy, and 1 for Jace Van Epps, and that will be the way that this one comes to a conclusion tonight here at St. Croix Valley Recreation Center in Stillwater, Minnesota. The Green Wave will take the first win of the weekend and now get ready to take on St. Cloud Cathedral coming up in their next matchup on Saturday afternoon. Your final score tonight from St. Croix Valley Recreation Center on our Ultra Scoreboard is the Green Wave 5 and Mahtomedi 2. We'll come back with your postgame report on the way next. Our postgame report tonight brought to you by Spray Advantage and Lake Region State College. So do stay with us. Our postgame report is next. This is Green Wave Hockey and Zephyr Hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Tufty Marine in Northwood is your Lund Boat headquarters. Looking to buy, sell, or trade? Tufty Marine will get you into the Lund Boat you've always wanted. And they have the parts and accessories you need as well. To check out their inventory, go to tuftymarine.com. Tufty Marine, your Lund dealer in Northwood, always willing to make a deal.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
S&T Quick Stop in Thompson is the stop you need at the end of your day. From the groceries you may have left behind to the products you need to keep running, S&T Quick Stop is your best stop. Find us on the west edge of Thompson.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Man of Steel.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Tonight, East Grand Forks gets their 4th win of the season with a 5-2 victory over Mahtomedi, the defending state champions and 4th-ranked team in Minnesota, beaten tonight by the Green Wave. The Green Wave tied at 2 after 2 periods of play. They score 3 unassisted goals. 1's an empty netter, but 2 off of Mahtomedi turnovers that left some openings for East Grand Forks. And after a night where they peppered the goaltender, Charlie Brandt, with a ton of shots and couldn't get anything to go from distance, couple of turnovers that are made to pay by the Green Wave, and the Green Wave end up grabbing a 5-2 victory tonight. We welcome you to our post-game report this evening, and our post-game report is brought to you tonight by Spray Advantage. Everything you need for spraying and application on your farm. The difference between Spray Advantage and their competitors is that Spray Advantage has what you're looking for in stock. Tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain carts, seed tenders. They do it with 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spray Advantage. Make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. And our coverage tonight in our post-game report brought to you by Lake Region State College in Devils Lake. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Lake Region State College has you covered when it's time to get a precision type of career like precision agriculture, nursing, or law enforcement. Careers in high demand around the region. You can get your start, you can get your finish at Lake Region State College. You can go to work after your experience or go to a 4-year in North Dakota and take your experiences at Lake Region State College with you. Check out their campus that is currently in Devils Lake, another at the Grand Forks Air Force Base, and online at lrsc.edu. Scoring summary in this one tonight, it starts badly for the Green Wave. Patrick Egan comes up with a score and a great rush down the near side ice that was set up by the Zephyrs' Jake Hodge Shellback. He's ended up sends one towards the net after a rush on the right side wall, and Patrick Egan was able to chip it through for a goal in just 33 seconds of the opening period, and that made it a 1-0 lead in favor of the Zephyrs, and that's how we ended the first. The Green Wave struggle to get something past goaltender Charlie Brandt. They outshot the Zephyrs 8-6 in the opening period, and they opened up a 17-7 shot advantage during the second period, but were struggling to find anything to go through until they finally crashed the net and what turned into kind of a 3-on-1 with a loose puck out in front of the net. And Cooper Hills is able to squeeze one past. Great play by Hunter Varnson that kept the puck alive off the right wall and sent it towards the net. And he was able to get a little disruption with he and Van Epps both crashing at the net. Cooper Hills was able to force that one through, give an assist to Jace Van Epps on that as well. Time of the goal came at 3:51, tied it up. Then later in that second period, as we saw Mahtomedi respond, it would be Gene Wegleitner that comes up with a goal on just a little bouncer that took a funny hop in front of Thomas McMahon, who got the start tonight for the Green Wave. He tried to put down that gloved hand, his left hand, and it ended up just changing direction on him and skinning past his hand, if you will. Ends up in the net for the second goal tonight for the Zephyrs, and the Zephyrs again led by a score of 2-1, an assist on that one as well to Max Stretcher. However, that was the end of the scoring for Mahtomedi tonight. The Green Wave would get a goal back with Grady Magner on a huge individual effort. Magner taking a pass from Landon Jameson, cutting from left to right, and backhanding one inside the left pipe. It would be the left pipe of goaltender Charlie Brandt. Took a clank and went in instead of out off the inside of that pipe against Charlie Brandt. Magner with the goal, Jameson the assist at 15:49 of the second. That tied it up at 2. And then, as we mentioned, 2 huge turnovers by the Zephyrs. One hits Jace Forey from the hash marks of the right circle. He fires a wrister and scores at 3:37 of the third. The next hit Tucker Lovejoy in almost the exact same spot. The right hash marks of that right circle. I should say the hash marks of the right circle. And Lovejoy's wrister was good. That came at 5:13 of the third period that pushed the lead to 4-2. A power play With 4 minutes left to go, the Zephyrs got a couple of big chances. Thomas McMahon kicked a couple of pucks away. Then the empty net, the extra attacker comes on the ice with a minute left to go. There was another chance there with the extra attacker on the ice. And right after McMahon made a kick save, it was Jace Van Ep sending one up the ice for an empty net goal that sealed it. Came at 16:22. All three of those goals in the third were unassisted, and that gives the lead and the win to the Green Wave by a final score of 5-2 this evening. That's your post-game summary, brought to you tonight by Spray Advantage at Lake Region State College. Who Lit the Lamp is brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. For East Grand Forks, Van Epps will have a 2-point night tonight, and I believe he'll be the only Green Wave that has a 2-point night this evening. He will, as a matter of fact. Just taking a look through it, it'll be Jace Van Epps with the only 2-point night tonight for East Grand Forks. He comes up with a goal, the empty netter at the end, and an assist that was recorded earlier on Cooper Hill's goal that tied the game. So Van Epps with a third goal, first assist, and now 4 points on the season for East Grand Forks. Everyone else with a single point tonight. Cooper Hills gets a goal tonight for the Green Wave. Hills with his first goal of the season, and now his 2 points on the year. Grady Magner picks up his third goal of the year and his 7th point tonight. Jace Forey with that goal unassisted in the third, his second goal, 4th point. Tucker Lovejoy with another one of those goals off of a turnover, his second goal, 3rd point this evening. And as far as the Apples are concerned tonight, Hunter Barneson gets a second assist for his 4th point of the season, and Landon Jameson gets a 3rd assist for his 6th point of the season. And that's Who Lit the Lamp tonight, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. 17 saves for Thomas McMahon this evening, 24 saves for Mahtomedi goaltender Charlie Brandt. The Green Wave are now 4-0 with a win this evening, and Mahtomedi drops to 1-2. We've got a final break to take for our post-game awards, which are on the way in just a couple of moments, so do stay with us for that. We'll come back with our Player of the Game award and our finest auto trim, finest cover of the game coming up tonight as well. So stay with us as we begin to put this one away from St. Croix Valley Recreation Center here in Stillwater, Minnesota. The Green Wave are victorious tonight. East Grand Forks 5, Mahtomedi 2. Our post-game report wraps up next. This is live coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
What do you need or want right now? Area Community Credit Union can help you get whatever it is you want. Vehicle, furniture, a home loan, or maybe you need help with a wedding. Contact the professionals at Area Community Credit for solutions. Federally insured by NCUA.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Hi, this is Jen from Absolute Refrigeration, your local commercial refrigeration experts. Our team provides excellent and dependable service to keep your business up and running all year long. Call us at 787-1200. Absolute Refrigeration. We're here when staying cool absolutely matters.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
See the full line of Kubota at Acme Equipment Grand Forks.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Tufty Marine in Northwood is your Lund Boat headquarters. Looking to buy, sell, or trade? Tufty Marine will get you into the Lund boat you've always wanted. And they have the parts and accessories you need as well. To check out their inventory, go to tuftymarine.com. Tufty Marine, your Lund dealer in Northwood, always willing to make a deal.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports this evening as we begin to put the wraps on game one of the weekend. East Grand Forks with a win this evening over Mahtomedi by a final score of 5-2. Our post-game report brought to you by Lake Region State College in Devils Lake. Again, at Lake Region State College, we change lives. Whether it's precision agriculture, law enforcement, nursing, picking up the first half of that bachelor's degree, they've got you covered at lrsc.edu with campuses in Devils Lake and at the Grand Forks Air Force Base. And our post-game report brought to you tonight by Spray Advantage. Everything you need for spraying and application on your farm. Again, tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain cart, seed tenders in stock and ready for you. Spray Advantage. Make them a part of our agricultural game plan now and for years to come. Our final order of business tonight is a look at our scoreboard update, first and foremost, brought to you by Altru, where UND is having a struggle tonight after a period of play. Fighting Hawks trailing the Denver Pioneers by a score of 4-1, and it was 3-1 in the first 5 minutes and 15 seconds of that matchup. And right now the Hawks down 4-1. They've got a couple of periods to try to right the ship out in Denver as they're up against a pretty stiff opponent in the next round of NCHC play. That's about the only thing we have for you on the scoreboard this evening, as neither Grand Forks Central or Red River were in action tonight. We haven't really gotten into the hoop season yet, so we'll keep you up to date with those scores and a look at our broadcast schedule coming up a little bit later down the road. Our final order of business tonight will be our player awards. Let's start with our 3 stars of the game this evening, and they're brought to you tonight by PS Garage Doors, where the PS stands for Peaceful Season. They want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We're now into the first day of December, so it sounds right to say that, doesn't it? And they have you covered if you need help at PS Garage Doors with the garage door service. The PS stands for perfect service as well. If you need that garage door to get to the floor, if it's not working properly, don't take a chance with snow filling up that garage. Give PS Garage Doors a call. They come to you and make sure that garage is working again. Call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR for PS Garage Doors in Devils Lake and Grand Forks. 3 stars of the game tonight. When you're on the sheet with 2 points tonight, you got to get there somewhere, right? Jace Van Epps going to be our 3rd star this evening. Scores the empty netter at the end, just trying to clear it. But you know what? Best play in hockey is a shot on goal, right? And Van Epps made a very nice play to keep a puck inside the offensive zone on that first goal that was scored for the Green Wave to tie it up tonight. So Van Epps with a goal and an assist will be our 3rd star tonight. Our 2nd and 1st stars tonight, you've got to bury shots when they leave you turnovers in the opposing team's slot. You just have to do that. 2, Green Wave did that this evening. Our 2nd star, Tucker Lovejoy, who comes up with an unassisted goal at 5:13 of the 3rd, buried a turnover that came back to him, and the hash marks the right circle. That gave the Green Wave a 2-goal lead. He's our 2nd star. Our 1st star tonight, Jace Forey. He gave the Green Wave their first lead tonight. Same scenario. Picks up a turnover, and the hash marks the right circle and buries a wrister. Our 3 stars of the game tonight will be Jace Van Epps, Tucker Lovejoy, and Jace Forey, presented by PS Garage Doors. And our final award is our Finest Auto Trim Finest Cover of the Game, and it's a defensive award brought to you tonight by Finest Auto Trim. We're big or small, they cover it all. That's their motto. Finest Auto Trim specializes in the recovery of vehicle and marine seats. Like they said, you want comfortable seats. I bet Santa has those in his sleigh. you should get comfortable seats as well from Finest Auto Trim. Bring your vehicle to them. Bring your boat to them. If you have seats that are broken down, the covering's cracked, no support, they get that fixed for you, and they get it done right. They get it done fast. You can feel good about those seats again. If you'd like to convert those seats to leather, they can do that for you without the high expense of those kits that you get from the dealers, and they can custom make covers for anything that you keep outside to protect anything from the elements. Finest Auto Trim, big or small, they cover it all. 17 stops tonight for Thomas McMahon. He only let really one goal in tonight. The other one was just a bad hop that came out in front of him. You can't really fault him for that one. And even the first one was a big flurry out in front of the net when the Green Wave broke down defensively. He made some big stops, including preserving that 2-goal lead on a power play late for Mahtomedi. And again, with the extra attacker on the ice, Thomas McMahon stepping in, doing a nice job between the pipes tonight. He'll be our Finest Auto Trim, Finest Cover of the Game award winner. And that'll do it for us tonight from Stillwater, Minnesota. Tomorrow we're in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Tonight was 2 versus 4. Tomorrow's 2 versus 5. East Grand Forks goes up the road to take on St. Cloud Cathedral at the MAC, the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud tomorrow. We'll have it for you with a 1:30 pregame report and a 2 o'clock face-off from the MAC tomorrow. Join us for that coming up on KNOX tomorrow. We believe radio only. We will attempt to bring you a video stream. However, radio only for sure from the MAC coming up tomorrow afternoon. Want to thank all of our sponsors for making it possible to travel with the Green Wave, including our premier sports partners, Rivard's Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks, and Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks on Highway 2. The Green Wave win it tonight. Your final score, East Grand Forks 5, Mahtomedi 2. We'll join America at Night, already in progress. For those of you on the radio side, thank you for joining us this evening on KNOX.